Lights are going to go out. Fan Appreciation Night and on demand on RaceOnTexas.com from the Boothill Speedway. The oldest third oval in the state of Louisiana, Chase Lawler. We're underway in the turns 1 and 2, and it's the 13-year-old from Beverly, Louisiana, Shelby Hinton out front with the race lead. But here comes Tidwell in 20.
Yeah, Tidwell's sort of going to dig to the inside here, going over to 3 and 4, see what Hinton and them Tidwell can do. Who's in third there? Casey Penn. He looked good coming out of that corner. Get it straightened up. Got JoJo Wilhelm and Tupper right behind.
I'd like to double-check the roster and just be sure that Shelby's driving that 28. I imagine it would be. The youngster has really stepped his game up and gotten a lot better. Slowed a little bit there off the exit 2. Opens up the door for the 20 to go by for the race lead. And the 5-star Casey Penn going to look and take that second spot. Slides up the racetrack. Catches a character spot or a slick spot in the racetrack. And now the team cars, the RKT operating team cars, the 47X of JoJo Wilhelm into second. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Rolling off of 4, Brent Tidwell in 20. Does JoJo Wilhelm have anything for his teammate here, Chase? He looks like he's catching him in that RKT operating 47.
He's only got one lap to try to get it done here, Zach. JoJo Wilhelm looking all over the back of Brent Tidwell there for the lead for this quick little trophy dash here. We'll see what JoJo's on the inside digging. Oh, gets a little push coming out of the corner. He's got to lift up. That's going to give Tidwell room to get away. So if Tidwell's got a good corner here to set up and come out of 4, he'll take the trophy dash win here for the first night's racing event. So give it to Brent Tidwell, number 20, taking the limited modified trophy dash here at Boothill Speedway.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, whenever this driver at a halt in Texas climbs out of the machine, give him a big Boothill Speedway round of applause. And the RKT operating Texas Rubber Group, Whataburger-sponsored IRP chassis number 47. Took some time off from racing last year, back in the saddle again full-time for 2018. The RKT operating team cars go 1 and 2. But the 20 of Brent Tidwell are going to be your first Victory Lane celebration here at ABC Auto Parts Victory Lane. Give him a hand, Boothill. Brent, not a bad way to start off the racing program tonight, man. This IRP 20 car has been pretty quick. The new ramp looks good as well.
Yes, sir. It's actually a new car, so we're just trying to get it figured out.
Feel the pressure from JoJo there late, or what?
I didn't even see him.
Yeah, the car's been really good. You were good at Texarkana last week. If you just had a little bit of luck on your side, man, you might have already cashed in on a couple victories.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Let's hear about everybody that helps you out in the race car.
Oh, my dad, Keith Tidwell, JoJo Wilhelm, and Whataburger, and RP, and Texas Rubber.
Best of luck on the heat and the feature tonight, my friend.
All right, thank you.
Brent Tidwell in 20 out of Hall. This Parks the IRP chassis number 20. Lights are out, stacked and racked. 5 cars, 6 laps the distance here. Is that McEachern outside of 2? Yes. Bubba McEachern in the Turnage Motorsports. 25 in this one outside of 2. The Jet chassis number 22 of Ronald Rollo Pilkington gets this whole shot in a right rear flat for Bubba McEachern. Good thing this is not a heat.
That's right, man. The hero not in the 0 this week is not going to be able to do this one right now. Rollo Pilkington stepping out front. He got in front of Scott Young here going into 3 and 4. He's got a good lead already. We'll see if Scott Young can chase him down.
Pilkington had a strong run last Friday night, Chase, over at your home racetrack, the 67 Texarkana Speedway, at a solid 3rd place finish behind that wild finish between Brandon Brown and Justin Whitehead.
Very much so, man. Was glad to see him there, too, up there at 67 with other big hitters from here. JoJo Wilhelm, Brent Tidwell, Dylan Spear all came up there to visit us, so love to see that.
Ronald Pilkington has a comfortable advantage off of 4 here in your second and final trophy dash of the night here at the Boothill Speedway. Chase headed down for the post-race interview, which looks like it'll be the Marshall Texan Ronald Rollo Pilkington of the Rollo's Living Auto Jet Chassis Rick Sis Performance number 22. No weak links number 18 of Scott Young from Shreveport. He's on a Rollo's Living Auto 18Y. I mentioned prior to the race getting started, a throwback paint scheme to the great Scott Blomqvist. Scott Blomqvist just scored his 595th career victory last weekend, taking the victory at Port Royal. As they roll off of 4, the white flag is out. The final trip around the racetrack. Chris Shaw runs a respectable 3rd here in this trophy dash. But if you're not parking it, not much to be said, I don't reckon, but maybe some notes to put towards the heat race. But off of 4, face fella checker flying to the Jet Chassis number 22 for the Marshall Texan Ronald Rollo Pilkington scores the trophy dash victory here at Boothill Speedway. Field and the only Jet Chassis I've seen other than Travis Evans in the factory stock rinks around here in quite some time. Ronald Rollo Pilkington.
Fans, give it up for Rollo Pilkin here in the Double Deuce Jerky. Number 22 here, Hennigan Racing. Got it done here in the Trophy Dash, man. Pretty good run. Really no pressure after you got up front. How'd it feel for you?
We're getting a little better. This third night out in the car, and we've been trying a few things, and it feels like it's starting to come around to us a little better.
Well, good deal. Look good. Good luck later in the heat and the feature. I know you got some guys you want to thank on this thing. I'm sure it's looking real pretty.
Thank you very much. I got to thank Rick Sis for helping me, Chris Hennigan, Brad, Keith Franks, Crow, everybody that always comes to the shop every night and help work on it.
Well, give it up again, fans. Rollo Pilkin picking up your Trophy Dash win here in the Factory Stock race tonight at Boothill Speedway.
If y'all notice, folks, Ronald Pilkington, I think, is the former Arclitect Speedway Limited Modified Track Champion, Tim Eves, back in the house. Tim Eves in the 21. Great to see Timmy Eves. Lights are out. We're on our way here from the Boothill Speedway. Your first heat race of the night on demand on raceontexas.com, baby. We're into one. It'll be Michael Aisley, Chase, the former Sabine Motor Speedway track champion. And what a diamond off of turn number 2 for the 22. The Double Deuce looking hot here.
And then he spins it around, Zach. I was just thinking he found the NOS button on that thing going down the backstretch.
I'm telling you.
Dives it in turn 3 and just turns it sideways.
He cannonballed into turn number 3, literally. Was a little bit for something, I guess.
No, I agree. And that's the way some places do it and some places do it a little differently. It all depends on, I guess, the calls there. But here we go. One more time.
A good start, just like in the first one, for Michael Easley. And here comes the gentle giant Jason Beasley. He'll throw an elbow into the 5A of Mike Jordan.
Well, let me tell you, going down the...
The promo sheet, change number 60 to Derek Grigsby.
10-4. Just getting word from track score here. Derek Grigsby will be in the number 60 of Mark Barnes Pro Mod, which will probably be in the second race. Battle for second, going to heat up, toting that left front down the back straightaway off of 2 into 3. Jason Beasley, the gentle giant. And here comes Robert Graham. Sitting in the back seat again. The G's are throwing that 22 around the Boothill Speedway, looking sporty and looking good tonight.
Yeah, he is digging right now, Zach, trying to get over there under the 5 there, Michael Jordan. Right now, though, Jason Beasley's looking for the lead, man. Coming down the backstretch. He's going to see what he can do here.
The Bee's knees tonight. That 16 is feeling it. Beasley, cut a little character spot there, slid up the racetrack after catching some slick stuff there at the bottom of turn number 4. He'll set his sights back on the spoiler of Michael Aisley for the race lead.
Yeah, he's got his work cut out for him coming down the backstretch. He got a good run again. He's pulling that left front tire up like we started calling that dirty style, Zach. Dirt track style, dirty style.
He's
so
nasty.
We'll see what he can do. He started 7th. It's a pretty impressive run for Beasley.
Yeah, exactly what I was going to say. Segue into what I was going to say, Chase. It's a nasty fast pro mod tonight for the Jay's Lawn Care KTI Bodies number 16. Will he be able to pull a rabbit out of the hat here and blow the doors off of Michael Easley, or will Easley hold back the advances of 16? He has 2 more laps to get the job done. Or 3, I don't know.
And he's digging, Zach. I tell you, to me, he does look faster right now than Easley. But as you know, it's a difference of being faster than getting up there and getting around him. He's going to look to the inside on the backstretch, though, going into 3 and 4. We got a race.
If you notice, Jason's car relies a little bit more on riding on that right rear. But whenever the car actually sticks and digs, then it'll be gone. Easley used a little bit more of a conservative approach to his setup tonight, and it's paying dividends for him as well.
Let me tell you, and Beasley got a little squirrely come out of the corner there. Easily changed back up to the back end there, but he'll gather it up going over here. Got 1 lap to go at the line from Keith Parker.
Lap traffic of Tim Eves out front of the nose of the 16. He'll go by, no harm, no foul.
Look at Robert Graham. He's going to come for second, Zach, on this last lap. I don't know if he can get up there to the lead, but he's going to get second, I do believe. He looks like he is on a rail. Let's see what he can do.
He's bound and determined, by God. Off of 4, though, a face full of checker flag. How about this run from 7th to the win for the 16 of Jason Beasley, the gentle giant, steals the show.
They kind of called Graham's shot there to take second. I think the lap car.
Next to Grigsby. Why not give him the handle tonight?
Yeah, most of us know who Derek Grigsby is, so he'll definitely be a rocket in that thing, I imagine. He'll get it shaked out here and probably get ready for the feature.
If you don't know who he is, he might learn you something real quick.
You're going to learn something today.
Yeah, you're going to learn today. Off of 4, he'll go to the inside of Matt Terry and learn him a lesson into 1.
Right now, Josh Bockham trying to step out there for Mike. Go, baby, go, Washburn. They'll go down the backstretch with Washburn on the low side and Bockham on the high side. And here comes Grigsby, Zach.
We'll see what he does because he's got the best in this class right now, plus Bockham. Oh, my.
Kenny Turner had to spin there to get out of the way of, is that Darlin? Or no, 11A, excuse me. That's Matt Terry. Lights are out. Keith Parker's going to look him over here as we got him re-rack, restack one more time. Josh Bockham out front there with Matt Terry. Let's see what's going to happen here, Zach. Right now, looks like Bockham's going to step out front as Grigsby gets to the inside of Matt Terry going in 1 and 2. Grigsby digging on the inside, trying to get by Terry there for third. As Mike Washburn's going to run down the backstretch on Josh Bockham. They'll go into 3 and 4, nose to tail. Give it to Bockham for the time being.
Meanwhile, Zach's switching batteries.
Yeah, Zach's like the Energizer Bunny over here. He's just trying to find his batteries. Oh, problems for Matt Terry. Gets it straightened up. Thank goodness. Kept it off the wall, but problems for Kenny Turner in the number 1. He had, it was our first caution as well, so tough luck for Kenny Turner out of Leary, Texas, coming out here to have some fun with us tonight at Boothill Speedway. Mike, go, baby, go. Washburn looking to the inside of Josh Bockham, coming off a turn 4. They'll come down the front stretch here with Bockham, a little bit of a comfortable lead there. He's starting to step out on Washburn a little bit. Good to see Bockham back out here, after that big wreck they had here, Zach, on the front stretch. He didn't make it back the next week, and then we've had rain.
And you don't buy too much into this, but, the irony of it that Beasley won the first heat, and if he wins this one, they might end up starting on the front row tonight together. And that's kind of, not to say that was intentional. Those guys are actually obviously cool. They're friends. But kind of the irony and how everything kind of comes full circle at times.
And it's going to make us talk about deja vu if that happens too, Zach.
Yes, that night they were not near the front row. They were about mid-pack, and the whole field was scattered, smothered, and covered like a night at the Waffle House down the front straightaway.
That was a scary night. Actually, I'd probably call it caution's out. I'd call it a night at the pit grill because they're
back and stack the final few cars left on the racetrack. 5 cars should be about 3 laps left as the Benton Bullet, Josh Bockham, trying to hold off the advances of the hottest driver in this class right now, along with Doug Vick Jr., but the 27 of Mike Washburn were back underway chasing. Here comes Mike Washburn.
Go, baby, go. Pizza Red, McDonald's right. He's going to be fired up. See anything about Josh Bockham here, but I think right behind him is 7-8. Better watch out. Hartzell Jr. is going to try to make his 90 minutes at. I
don't mean to give you a hard time, but it's kind of weird when you tell Mike to go, baby, go.
Well, me and him got to know why we
You're speaking in third person for his wife. Yeah, I know it.
Videos, pretty much of all of them are called Go Baby Go.
I just giving you a hard time there, Chaser.
Yeah, I think Mike playfully likes it, but he's a little tired that it's stuck there, so I give him a hard time about it.
Well, it's always nice, though, to have a reference to the folks that support him the most. Family, if it weren't for family, what would we do? And you talk about Mike Washburn, his uphill climb, you want to talk about a guy that sees everything from above on the mountaintop now. Beat cancer. Kick cancer's ass. And I got so much respect for Mike because he never quit fighting, and he came back out here, and I think that Mike is bound and determined to be even a better racer than he was prior to having all those battles of adversity.
Right, we kind of got buddy a little bit when I did the story up with Billy Robinson there, so I talked to him quite a bit during that story, and afterwards kind of made friends from that, so it's been fun. White flag goes out for the Josh Bockham here to hold off Mike Washburn one more lap.
And a very respectable racer as well. Josh Bockham, just a matter of time before the Benton Bullet starts cashing in on quite a few victories in this division, now in it full time, like I said, as this race started earlier, as Josh Bockham has won 8 career limited modified races here at Boot Hill since 2012. As he'll roll off a 4, he'll receive a face full of checkered flag chase. Bockham takes the dub over Washburn in 27.
Glenn Keller, second row inside. Outside the second row is 9 of Michael Shaw. 30 of Brad Barnes, third row inside. And outside there is going to be the 54T of
Matthew Thompson.
With an Iowa 1 of Tim Graham.
That's Heath. It's Heath Thompson, actually, I think. No.
It's Iowa 1. Tim 1 today, isn't it?
Oh, Bradley Barnes got a little loose there. Oh. Wasn't sure what was going on there.
That's Tim Graham. Tim Graham is a football announcer from Texas.
He is.
Tim there.
Heard a lot about him. Oh, Timmy Graham. He's like Teddy Allen. Into one. Hey, I tell you what, if Doug Vick Jr. holds on in this one, obviously Bockham and Beasley going to put on a show, the double Bs, and Doug Vick Jr. going to try to spoil their party tonight.
I always like watching Doug Vick Jr. stand aside. That little guy, big guy.
I'm going to go to Harvard Train.
Raise your hands, fans, if you can hear us. Can anybody hear us?
Yeah, they can hear us. Well, mine's red. Once mine is dead, it'll just go off.
Can he hear us?
As Doug Vick Jr. of the Red 4s, the mic has a red button on it. It's telling me it's about to give up and give up the ghost. As needed to find a set of batteries for whatever it's worth. I'm sure everybody listening on Race on Texas doesn't give a damn. As they're through 3 and rolling off a 4. It's Doug Vick Jr. out front with the race lead chase. Keller second. Barnes in third and 160.
Zach said he's looking for a beaver that gives a damn, but right now Doug Vick Jr. stepping out front. He's going, whoa, a little squirty there for the second place car. Who is this running second right now? The 2K of Glenn Keller?
It is Keller.
I tell you, he might have found a banana peel over there in turn 2, Zach, but he gathered it up. He's going to let somebody close on the back of him there for a second. That's a 160 of Jeffrey Boucher.
It's obvious he's in no relation to Helen Keller because he's seeing everything right now on the racetrack. Off of 2, headed down the back straightaway. It's hard to read Braille behind the wheel of a race car, but he's doing a fine job of it right now. He'll get some company to the back bumper of him in the 3 and 4. Here comes Barnes, and Barnes has to get on the binders. It'll open the door for his nephew, Bradley Barnes. Here comes Bradley.
Digging, Bradley Barnes. Let's hope Helen Keller doesn't watch Race on Texas On Demand replay to see that comment there. But anyway, we'll go down the backstretch here as we go into the corner. Doug Vick Jr. stepped out, Zach.
Bradley Barnes, raised on a farm at Benton, Louisiana. He'll roll in 4th off of turn number 4 with his sights set on his uncle. Wayne down the front straightaway. Wild Wayne Barnes it is. Of course, brother Mark tonight handed the wheel over to the Marshall Missile Derek Grigsby, a hired gun, if you will. These Barnes, I was going to say the Barnes brothers. This Barnes brother and nephew says, we'll wheel our own car instead. Off of 4. Down the front straightaway. It's all Doug Vick Jr. with 2 laps to go, Chase.
I tell you what, Doug Vick Jr. is going to have a problem for anybody up here to catch up to him. And it looks like right now battle for second, maybe heating up here with the 160 of Boucher, catching up with the Glenn Keller ride there. So we'll see how that shakes out. Barnes trying to make his name known in this race as well.
Caution is out.
We're yellow at Boothill Speedway. That's the color.
6 laps complete, 2 laps to go, race fans. Doug Vick Jr., the 5-time Arclitech Speedway factory stock track champion, going to take the Vicks paint and body to the green flag off of 4. We're back underway down the front boulevard into 1, and a little loose there for the 160. Wayne Barnes going to loosen spots, and 911 up the 3rd now. Here comes Hornaday, and it's not Ron.
Hey, by the way, there's Zach. That 160 says it's Jeffrey Boucher this week.
Oh, it is.
I am used to Barnes as well, but I keep seeing Boucher's name here. So
it won't be long for I check my phone and I get a correction for that. But I tell you what, Jeffrey Boucher is one of the top 3 aside from Washburn and aside from Doug Vick. He is undoubtedly the winningest pro mod driver here at Boothill Speedway. Won 15 races back in the 2016 season.
Yeah, definitely. I hope to catch up with him later. I've got a sister-in-law that actually knows him somehow, that she kept bringing his name up, and I was like, I know who. Oh, we got a bad wreck over here.
Oh, no. Is that Keller?
Oh, man.
Keller upside down in the 2K.
4T, yeah.
54T of Thompson is upside down. We'll hold our breath here.
Yeah, definitely say a quick word here. That car came to a violent stop as the front end hit the wall or the pole over there. We'll hope he's okay here.
Most race fans know, if you've been to many races here at Boot Hill, you know that particular spot here in turn number 3 can be very treacherous. We've seen some nasty crashes over the years, whether it's Washburn, Lee Davis, or Richard Blanchard, or April Tuggle. The list could go on. Some bad wrecks, but right now we're gonna check on this driver.
Were you looking at that too? Were you watching that happen? Is that who's that?
Lord, we just ask your blessing over this driver, that no weapon formed against him shall prosper. Lord, we know you're in control of this situation. As soon as we hear or get a word, we'll let you guys know.
They're yelling about something. I didn't see him though.
Downtown Boothill.
That looks like, is that him?
Oh yeah, we're waiting on the damn burger.
I want to thank Scott Burson, the man with the plan, the best photographer in the business for the batteries. Thank you, Scott. As we get ready to rock and roll, Curtis Caldwell from the front row, away from Boot Hill in limited modified heat race number 1.
Oh, going into turn 1, we got JoJo Wilhelm battling out for second with Tupper, Dylan Spare. They're all chasing the leader right now, going down the backstretch. 2x2s, Wilhelm, Tupper, Spear going to throw his name in there. Drives all over the back of Wilhelm. He'll check up, let Wilhelm gather it up. and now Tupper has slowed down Spear, and Tidwell gets in the Spear.
Now on the back straightaway in the turn number 3, Curtis Caldwell looking awfully impressive tonight here, Chase, as he rolls off of corner number 4 with the race lead that Landrum Springs. Once see if you're looking for Landrum Springs, this man right here out of Plano, Texas is an authorized dealer for him.
Yeah, getting it done there. Danny Guyber, was he the Armadillo Nationals or Turkey Nationals winner last
year? He was won the
officially.
Yeah, won the Armadillo Nationals for $10,000 back in 2013 in a Jason Ingalls built IRP chassis for Gary Bassett, Mr. Plummer. As off the 2 down the back straightaway, JoJo Wilhelm, who finished second in the trophy dash, looking to hold on to the bridesmaids here in this one and hold back the advances of the reigning Louisiana State dirt track champ, Dylan Spear from Marshall. 4 in, 4 laps to go, shown from the great flagman Keith Parker.
So here we go. Right now, stepping out front, keeping it. But JoJo Wilhelm's got a mirror full of Dylan Spear. They'll try to do something for second. Oh, problems. Brent Tidwell had to check up there. That'll give Ingalls a run down the backstretch to the inside. But it looks like Tidwell's able to gather it up and keep on going. And where does Scott Bursa go? Because my mic is almost dead here, Zach. Good thing for Scott Bursa, though, got some batteries, or at least one of us here, so we can keep on yapping in your ears tonight here, fellas. And right now, Dylan Spear again still trying to chase down JoJo Wilhelm, but nobody has anything for Danny Guyber stepping out front here to the insides. Dylan Spear out of Marshall, Texas, trying to make a run on JoJo Wilhelm going into 1 and 2. We'll see if he can get a run over the momentum on the high side. Will carry JoJo, and it will. JoJo, hold on a second. Dylan falls back to stay in third. That'd be Scott for you. White flag is out. Danny Guyber have a lap left to get it done here at Boothill Speedway for the first modified heat race, or limited modified heat race, sport mod. Dylan Spear is going to dig deep, trying to get second away from JoJo Wilhelm coming down the front stretch. He's going to do it. Dylan Spear takes second away from JoJo coming out of 4. Unofficially, third place there be JoJo Wilhelm. Dylan Spear takes second, but your winner,
announcing to you, but these batteries, it's on the red line as well, but the lights are going to go out. We're underway from Boot Hill in limited modified heat race number 2. Guidry got a good start to the outside of the hot Louisiana race under the IRP number 52 of Luke Turnage. Here, Jody D going to get the whole shot. Here comes the Marshall missile.
He had to check up there with the 52, but he does look fast. He'll just try to find a way around. Jody Davis has got his sight set on your leader, though. Davis has been on a roll here at Boot Hill Speedway. Got to pick a couple wins here already in the limited modifieds, but Guidry stepping out.
Yeah, the reigning Tootsie Smith Memorial champion is Tupper got a little loose there at the end of the field. Collected by the 52 there, but you spoke of Jody Davidson, man. Since he's moved over to this Western Flyer race car, he calls this car his old beaten battered 2013 Western Flyer edition. But Jody Davidson has been absolutely freaky fast after winning the Tootsie Smith at Arklatex last September.
Yes, he has. And getting away everywhere right now, but we got a caution on the tracker, Zach. Look at 52 issues for him there.
3 of the best in the business and some of the most consistent drivers at Boot Hill going to reline top 3. We'll see what happens. The lights are out. We're back underway.
Here we go. Tell you what, keep an eye on Derek Grigsby. Jody Davidson here for second as Guidry up to try to step out front early. Oh, little shot. The shorts there, Zach.
Well, yeah, he slid up behind him just a little bit, tried to tuck him behind the race or the tail tank of the 90, and Grigsby got a little loose there off the exit of turn number 2, and Jody Davidson just shot up the racetrack. Didn't hurt him, though, as bad as I thought.
No, it did not, but he gathers it back up. He'll stay in front of Grigsby for the moment here, and Stephen Guidry, though, coming off the backstretch looking good, but we got another spinneroonie over here. Zag 52 once again, turnage. That's it. Yeah, trust me, no hating here. I could probably drive one weekly for 3 years, and I'd still drive like that, so.
Off of 4. Down the front straightaway, Stephen Guidry. The Marksville Madman leading the great state of Louisiana 1 and 2 out front with Jody D second to the Marshall Missile. Got a little bobble there off the exit of 2 as they head down the back straightaway. Here comes Tupper.
Jody Davis looks good. West Monroe, Louisiana native in that 90, man. He is hauling in that Western Flyer chassis. And you're right, I was surprised too. He's so excited about that Outlaw chassis Zach he got. Can't believe he's already trying to sell it. He's got the yellow shirt on, so. So here we go. Give me a thumbs up, Boston. You can hear me. All right. Battery's still good for now. Stevie Guidry leads way over Jody Davidson. Derek Grigsby in third. Tupper, other Grigsby right there. Oh, issues for Tupper. They'll give Corey Grigsby the spot. No, issues for Grigsby too. Tupper will take it back here, swapping fourth and fifth a couple times. Guidry coming out of 4 here, gets the halfway point from flagman Keith Parker as Jody Davidson, the number 90 Western Flyer, trying to chase him down. They're about running the same lines. They come off the backstretch. And Grigsby's kind of falling back from him. So it looks like clearly right now Guidry and Davidson are running a little bit better than Grigsby. But they'll try to gather it up here as Grigsby's kind of moved down to the low side, trying to figure out what's going on.
Here comes Jody Davidson for the race lead chase. Over 2 down the back straightaway. Davidson smells blood in the water. He'll look to be the shark. He'll drive it deep into turn number 3.
So here we go, 2 to go from flagman Keith Parker. Stephen Guidry still holding Jody Davis in the bay, but Davis is all over his rear end. He just cannot get anywhere. He's running the same line there, Zach, and has not been able to get by him, and Guidry opens it up on the backstretch a little bit as they go into 3 and 4. White flag from Keith Parker.
If he wants to do anything, he's got to go, and he's got to go now, Chase. There's a major difference between obviously winning a heat and starting up on the front row, or obviously finishing second and starting a little mired a few rows back. It won't be a problem tonight, though. Chase Lawler for the Marksville Madman. Stephen Guidry parks the Paul Davis Restoration K1 Express Chassis and Heat Race number 2 for the limited modifieds.
Very good. Be running 6 laps here in this 4-cylinder heat race number 1. Morgan Powell out front here with Rebecca Lindsay. 2 girls going to lead the way here with the guys starting behind. Here we go. Green flag from Keith Parker. Dalton Vines looking all over the back of Morgan Powell, as well as the 199 of Mike Hudson there. Justin Converse takes his spot going in turn 1 and 2. He's got Dalton Vines there beside him. So right now, going down the backstretch here, it's going to be all the 4M of Rebecca Lindsay. Converse, though, on the first lap is already up to second. Zach, he's found his universe, got around Morgan Powell and Dalton Vines, and he's going to take the lead going into turn 1 and 2 on the second lap. Converse started the back. Oh, door slam. Rubbin is racing. Rebecca Lindsay gives him a little shot in the side there, but that's okay because that car's been dented up already. So Converse's universe has got a big hole in the side, a black hole, but it's going to close back up as he's got the lead coming out of turn 4. And his buddy Dalton Vines is going to chase him down here in the 13D. Mr. It's 2018. I'm racing everywhere I can. So right now, Dalton Vines trying to chase down Justin Converse. Last night at 67 Speedway. Yes, there is a duck behind me. So, but yes, last night at 67 Speedway, Dalton Vines and Justin Converse started at the back of the feature race. They gave up their starting spots to come from the back, and Converse almost got it done. He finished second.
I like your mic. No.
You can hold my mic all night, Zach. So right now, Justin Converse going down the backstretch, leading this race over Dalton Vines. Hey, I tell you what, Zach, what's that? Texarkana again, whooping these 4-cylinders down here, man. Texarkana's got it going on in this class.
I know I told you a couple months ago there's no particular handbook to announcing racing, and I'm not going to hammer you too hard, but come on now, Chase. You're being a little biased about these Texarkana people.
I love my Louisiana people too, man.
You can rightfully.
You know, I got family from Gina, Louisiana, so I just got to warm up to some of these Cajuns down here, like John Lafitte.
Gina, Louisiana?
Yeah, Gina, Louisiana, the famous Gina 6. We won't talk about that, though, Zach. Well, Justin Converse takes a white flag here. Dalton Vines going to try to find somewhere to go, and Mike Hudson's right there, too.
I'll tell you a little bit something about Gina, the 2011 Pure Stock Track Championship for Big Motor Speedway. Darrell Edwards resides out of Gina. He drives the 1D. Final time in the 3 and 4, though. Here comes the 199, Travis Pastrana to the inside. A little bit of contact.
Yeah, X Game style on Dalton Vines, but he won't do it there. And Justin Converse, Zach, will take the win.
It's getting wild here.
Let me tell you.
It's getting wild up here.
Where'd that wing go that Pastrana had? Is the wing gone, Zach?
Smiley, I think.
And 3 there is going to be Tyler Moore.
Tyler Moore.
The 00 is David Vosberry. Triple X is Brittany Shireen. And we got 3 of them out there. Is that Sean Graham's kid?
Racing Graham. Yep.
All right.
The young stud.
And the 5Ls, the other one out there, that's Steve Lindsay.
Steve Lindsay back behind the wheel, folks. Great to see Steve back.
And Michael King Jr. is smoking it up back there. He's hit the smoke screen button, Cheech and Chong style, trying to get away from his competition. And he'll do it as Jason P. in seconds, following back, and Tyler Moore in the 3s, making a move there, Zach.
Well, he's going to go higher than Willie Nelson on the cross-country tour with Snoop Dogg riding shotgun there off of turn number 4. The 14 junior, though, rolling around the Boothill Speedway around the top shelf where Grandpa keeps the good bourbon.
He is looking good out there, and, all right, so I'll bring that up to you later off mic here, Zach. But Jason Belakakis in the 60 holding second away from Tyler Moore, and Brittany Shireen's trying to find her way around. She looked real good at Arclitech Speedway a couple weekends ago in that car, man.
Topped the stoutest field of 4-cylinder cars we've seen at any racetrack around the Arclitech since the division was added. 34 cars.
Yeah, it was huge, man. I was surprised. A B main in the 4-cylinders. I love it.
I love it too. You know, I was, of course, a huge fan of the former mini stock class, the 4-cylinder rear-wheel drive mini stocks that were a very, very big staple here at Boot Hill for many years. And off of 4, the 60 comes down the racetrack on Smiley.
Contact!
I call the 3 of Tyler Moore out of Marshall, Texas. Oh, and Brittany Shireen. No harm, no foul. I call the 8 of Tyler Moore Smiley because kid was smiling ear to ear, obviously. His first ever win here and his first ever start last season.
I hear you, man. Right now, the 14 Junior is on a different area code right now, Zach. He is just gone. The battle's been back here for second, third, and fourth with Shireen and Lindsay and Tyler Moore there. Then in the back, you got Rayson Graham and Jason Pelikakis going out of here for the last spot. White flag is out here for Michael King Jr. Take us home, Zach.
A video game type performance here for Michael King Jr. Didn't he have to shoot any paintballs at anybody here? So Michael King Jr. to the 14, JR. And JR stands for not junior, but just roasting the field here as he rolls off of turn number 4. He'll park it in the 14 JR. Michael King Jr. He knew he had such a comfortable advantage he would let out at the line.
Hey, he's saving some gas for the race later tonight, Zach. Less gas he's got to use now. That kid is out of El Dorado, Arkansas. Friday they had it bought. It was on the way from Batesville, Arkansas, from Jesse Brooks.
So we're going to turn the lights out, and we're going to send them back to work off of turn number 4. Four-cylinder heat race number 3 is underway. We're on demand still on raceontexas.com. In the turn number 1, here comes the drifter. The 9-year-old Davis just threw a haymaker into 1 and 2, says, get out of my house.
Yeah, 2 youngsters right there, Adrian Kinney in the 6K, and then Toby Davis there. John Lafitte trying to get up there in the yellow ride there, 29, to take away third. Can't do it. Chris Collier stepping away, finally picking up where he left off last season.
8 tires is better than 4, they say. And you just got to keep all 4 of them aired up anyway. The 21 looking good right now. The drifter, Toby Davis. I don't know if you've noticed, Chase, but I could pull up nearly every single Victor Lane picture from the last probably 2 years around the Architects. Doesn't matter if it's Timberline. It doesn't matter. Here, Boothill, this youngster driving right there in second. Toby Davis was standing in Victor Lane for every single picture as if he was the trophy king, not the trophy queen. He loves this sport. And now behind the wheel for almost an entire year. And I sure do love watching this youngster progress. Just put it in perspective. He's 9 years old, man.
Oh, wow. He's that young. That is something. Yeah. And, diehard fan to get down there for the pictures. I used to do the same thing. Have got a couple of them over the years sent to me, too, here recently. But he's fallen back a couple spots as Danny Rambo is in the 13J for Jesse Tate because Jesse Tate was too lazy to come up here tonight. So Rambo's going to drive that for him. Going to set his eyes on Chris Collier.
Even back when I was a kid, the last name of Collier's always got around the racetrack pretty good. Don't believe there's any relation to Irvin and Eddie Collier, who used to drive in the rear-wheel drive mini stock or mini mod class at Webster and Bayou Speedway over the years. But those guys dominated. And in our reigning track champion here is, of course, Chris Collier. And then number 14, Ford Focus. And he has a comfortable advantage here, chased down the back straightaway into turn number 3.
Yeah, I tell you, that car's got out front. That car has been up front every weekend out here, Zach, but has not really just been a challenge for the win to stay up front, but he's been right there in the top 3 almost every week. So good to see in this heat race. He stepped out, and Danny Rambo's trying to catch him, but he's only got 1 lap to get it done, Zach. I don't know if we'll do it going down the backstretch here. Good run for Rambo off the corner, but I think Collier's got enough room. Oh, my God. Who is that? That's the girl. That's the new girl, dude. That's Shaw's girl.
Oh, no.
Dude, that was like
Brianna Shaw.
Dude, that was like 8 rolls.
A wild rod down the back. Here with Chris Collier, your reigning track champion here at Boot Hill. And car number 14 will lead them to 3 and relight the party off of 4.
And Danny Rambo's going to try to make this lap count here on Chris Collier, all over the back of Collier. Collier opens the door, coming out of 4. Drag race down the front stretch. Give it to Chris Collier, barely over the 13J of Danny Rambo and Jesse Tate's ride.
August the 29th of 2015 in the Architects Mechanical Walker Spring and Brake Bootlegger Chassis Colt 45. The Nightmare, Michael Knighton from Keithville in 96. Dylan Spear from Marshall in 22 mag. Bubba McEachern in 25. The lights are out. We got a star-studded affair for the factory stocks as they come off of 4. Down the front straightaway, Hudson's going to be the 199. The 3 wide, trying to go 4 wide into 1 and 2. Here comes Rasco on the throttle. Down the back straightaway, the 3 wide, look out. Woo! They split the 64 down the back straightaway, the 29 L's loose at the field. Holy smokes, throw a blanket over your top 4 right now off of turn 4. It's going to be all Dean Rasco with the race lead. That Walker Spring and Brake Architects Mechanical Colt 45, and here comes McEachern. Bubba McEachern going to throw his hat into the ring. It's going to get a little hot and heavy here for 2nd, 3rd, 4th. The 1996 Super Late Model Champion, driving the Twin City Tow number 81. Here comes Ricky Ingalls. Dove that car deep into turn number 3, about ended up in downtown Longview. Off of 4, down the front straightaway, inches ahead of the 22 Maga Spear, your reigning limited modified Louisiana State Dirt Track champ. Dylan Spear up top, catches a little bit of character there, and here comes Bubba McEachern. He'll capitalize. down the back straightaway. That Turnage Motorsports PTS powered laser chassis chase. We got a great race here in the first few laps. Alpha 4 McEachern going to go to third.
Tell you right now, the old school's leading this race. Are they? Dean Rasco, Ricky Ingles over the Hero, not in the 0. Bubba McEachern in the 25. Dylan Spear in the 22 there. And then you got Knighton in the 96, the Nightmare, trying to rounding out the top 5. So.
How many are we taking, ladies? So top 4 will go to the main event tonight there, Chase. So Michael Knighton right now, the Nightmare, the Styles Automotive number 96, Dominator Racing chassis is going to have to get up on the wheel, but McEachern slipped up a little bit there, opens up the door for the Marshall Texan Dylan Spear to get back in tow.
And old school's catching old school. Ricky Ingles is chased down. Dean Rasco is going to look at the inside down the front stretch here. They'll go into turn 1 and 2, and Ingles has got to run, Zach. We'll see what he can do.
You know, and you can't say that these two guys have actually raced a lot over the years because Ingles is in a super late model for the majority of his career, now driving for that Joe Best Motorsports Twin City, towing number 81, as Ingles has done a lot of limited modified racing as well over the last 5 years. Alpha 4, like I said, Chase, if you didn't hear me, Rasco's looking for his 80th career win here and his first here since August the 29th of 2015 tonight. You know what I say? It's Colt 45 and Dean Rasco. Baby, that's all you need.
That's it, buddy. And Rick Ingles, though, Zach, as you say, it's heating up. Ingles all over the back of Rasco here. Going to get 1 to go from Keith Parker at the line, and Ingles looking to the inside down the front stretch.
Like the game of NBA Jam, it's heating up into 1 and 2. And Dean Rasco about to get the boom shock lock off of 2 down the back straightaway. Into 3 for the final time. Lap traffic may impede the progress of Colt 45. He'll give him a shot in the shorts. He says, get out of my way. Ricky Ingles is hunting me hard, and I know he's a hell of a racer. Alpha 4, drag racing to the line. Ingles is going to get a bite with the slip up of the 45.
Oh!
Win it by half of a front
That's
nose.
what it's all about, Zach. My goodness.
He'll win it by a hood.
Let me tell you, about a half a hood, buddy. That's about all that was. Ricky Ingles.
They come, and Glenn's looking to break a winless drought, too. Most recent win here was in
and on the back
June of 2013. The lights are out. We're underway.
The 18 of Scott Young, just to get the rest of the lineup out there, guys.
Don't get around me again.
And the B7's Freddie Blanchard, I believe, there, Zach.
Yeah, Uncle Freddie Blanchard and the ERC chassis B7 Cane River Financial Entry as we are hot at it down the back straightaway. Good to see Lipscomb changed his number from 98 to 99, or from 98 to 19. Said, Zach, I hope to change my luck and change numbers because, boy, he has had a plethora of bad luck the last couple years.
Yeah, and right now, though, B.J. Cook leading the way out there over Josh Greenwald there in the 27. We'll see what happens. Randy Cox, a little bit mover on this start as well. And Glenn Lindsay, look at him moving on up a couple spots as well. So Lindsay, a strong run the last time he was here, even though he's a lap down. Oh, Randy Cox, boy, gets loose there in front of the 19, but we'll keep it green, Zach.
How can you not love factory stock racing? Nearly on a week-to-week basis. It doesn't matter if these guys are going to race for 100 to win or for a corn dog. They will show up in droves to come here to race at this legendary racetrack here in Greenwood, Louisiana tonight. It's going to be shaping up to be one of the youngsters and one of the younger talents in this class, the 27 of Greenwald, going to pressure the 43J of B.J. Cook Jr. III. It's on my Snapchat name, Zachariah Jordan Jr. III. So Cook is cooking the field right now. Down the back straight over the 27 of Greenwald, still in hot pursuit here. Chase in third.
Yeah, but I'm watching Randy Cox here because he's on the outside looking in to transfer to the A main here. Top 4 is going to go, and right now he's on the outside looking in. It was top 4, right?
Yes, top 4 will go to the main event tonight. The rest will have to try it from a B main. If you don't make it out of the B main, well, you can throw it on the trailer, and we'll see you later on another dirt track Saturday night.
That's right. So right now Lipscomb holds that spot there, the last spot to transfer over. We'll call that the catbird seat for the time being here. 2 to go from flagman Keith Parker.
Seems to be in a comfortable spot. But Gary Lipscomb, obviously great to see Gary back in the 19, the Barton Glass entry, of course. His brother, who we unfortunately lost back on April the 25th of 2014, the great Terry Lipscomb. I know Terry would love it and be proud of his brother to see he's out here still doing what he loves to do. Here comes Randy Cox in the late going. Cox wants the 4th and final transfer spot into 1 and 2. Cox going to drive it down to the downtown Shreveport, Louisiana.
From the backstretch, I was going to say, Zach, he's going to be fast. He's going to make a run on Lipscomb. Sure enough, they're side by side going to turn 3 and 4. Randy Cox, Lipscomb. Who's going to take it? Cox drives it hard. Oh. He's going to spin out in front of Glenn Lindsay. Lindsay gets around him. So does Scott Young. Be okay there, but unfortunately, tough break for Randy Cox. But hey, balls to the wall, Zach. He was going for it either way.
Remember, Triple X Rocket from Shreveport, Louisiana. the money shot. It's Sean Graham, trouble out of Shreveport. Wow, the lights were out.
I think he wants us to sing bling bling when that car's out there, Zach, because it is blinging tonight, baby. Sean Trouble Graham going to lead us here off for the heat race number, I don't know, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for these factory stocks. There's a lot of them here. Trouble over turn 1 and 2.
Oh, Pilkington got a little bit of a fender
Bo
there.
Perry's in it. Rollo Pilkington's in it. They're going to
No
gather it
harm.
up, though, but Doug Vick Jr. just went from the back to 4th.
Our Battle of Boot Hill factory stock winner for 1,000 that night, Superior Barn Girl number 12 laser chassis of Bo Perry is off the pace. Looks like he may have a flat tire, and he does. Bo Perry, stick a fork in him. He's going to have to fight from the back of a B main later on this evening. As Trouble Sean Graham out of Shreveport, Louisiana with the race lead in Triple X Rocket. I tell you what, that car looked like it was planted very well. We talked about Kenneth Montgomery winning some hot laps a couple weeks in a row. Well, this driver, if we were doing time trials, may have had the quickest car in hot laps just from my eyeballs. But right now, man, Pilkington's on the move to the inside of the 4th and final transfer spot of Doug Vick Jr., the 5-time track champion Vivian. Here comes Rollo.
Tell you, Rollo Pilkington's looking good. He came up business at 610 Speedway last Friday night. He looked good up there as well. I was glad to see that right now. Doug Vick Jr. side by side coming off a turn 4 there. What a battle here, fans. That's what we're here to see. The pair of Cajun Classic winners at Arklatex, the 2009 champion of that event and the 2011 winner of that event. Vic Jr. to the outside. Little John Tuggle about to get maybe split from the in and outs from the 4 and the 22. When Tuggle shoots up the racetrack, may have problems. Rooney over here sitting in turn 1 and 2 there, Zach.
Well, Tuggle.
Did I hear something about my toot-toot? We're talking about Mel Paletteron again. Don't mess. Doug Vick Jr. right there ready to pounce on Sean Graham's new pretty ride. I tell you, that thing is just blinging out there, Zach. I cannot get over that reflective wrap he's got on there, man.
Speaking of somebody with a bunch of confidence, winning $2,000 last weekend in Chatham, Louisiana at the Chatham Raceway, Trouble Sean Graham going to lead the herd off of 4 and a great restart for Rollo in 22.
And that was an awesome picture they had in the paper there for Sean Graham's win over there, too, man. That was a neat little ride up there. And Doug Vick Jr. got his hands full there for 3rd. He'll give up the spot and fall back to 4th. Rollo Pilkington's got a sight set on Sean Graham. I hope he's not on any magic mushrooms, because that car will have you tripping.
Well, if Sean is going to learn anything about his race car right now, he might as well get some received tests from one of the best in the business from Pilkington and find out what he's got here. But right now it appears that Graham has a great race car. Dominic Flory slid up the racetrack. He'll fall to the 4th spot.
Hey, almost found some wall back there on the backstretch. Don't want to do that. Here we go. 2 to go from Keith Parker as Rollo Pilkington's going to have to step it up just a little bit more if he wants to get up there to trouble Sean Graham.
I have a feeling that Graham's about to catch some company here. And off of 2 down the back straightaway, Graham has other plans. Rolling in here with a lot of confidence. Like I said a few moments ago, $2,000 driving Chris Shaw's C3 entry last weekend. And this week in his own car that he and Jason Gallion built, and the caution is out.
That's going to set us up for a
tarnished race cars, but man.
And I did, Zach, but I was disappointed. I got to the Cajun thinking there was going to be crawfish and mud bugs and shrimp and potatoes and corn. I was at the wrong Cajun.
Well, Gene gives us a pond back there. If we want to catch our own fish, we can go over there and do it. Off of 4. Graham leads, and he gets a shot in the shorts from the 22 of Pilkington.
So
and Doug Vick Jr. going to throw his hat into the ring. He says, hey, I've always been a player. I'll become one here now.
Yep, and we got the white flag in the hand of Keith Parker, so we're going to get the next time by here. Sean Graham's got one more corner here and another lap to go to hold off Rollo Pilkington, and that'd be a big thing for Sean Graham to do, a big confidence booster in that new car.
It would be, but this is the fun part, is because both of these drivers know how important it is to win this race. They know the separation between finishing 1st and 2nd and starting a few rows up or a few rows back in the main event, and a little bit of a slip up there for the 22 is going to open up the door for Graham for the final time in the 3 and 4 chase. Bring us home here in heat number 3.
Rollo Pilkington can't get it done. Sean Trouble Graham getting it done here in that new Triple X orange blue bling bling ride. I'm gonna call it, man. That thing is sweet.
B3 skip prom to race tonight. Jacob Mauser and the Christian Motorsport 28 Carl Smith, and the lights are out.
Last one's Chris C1 and TJ McCarty in the 35M.
And Chris Shaw.
Chris Shaw, it says. C1 is Chris Shaw.
Yeah. That's the car that Sean Graham won $2,000 in last weekend in Chatham.
Oh no, Chris Shaw gonna come and do it. But right now, Dylan Spears leading the way over Travis Bowden. He came in to see us too at 610 Speedway. It had no luck, Zach, on April the 20th when me and you were hanging out up there for the holiday. So right now he'll try to catch old Dylan Spear there.
I have a feeling.
Or no, I'm still saying it again. All right, I'm just giving Dylan all kinds of credit.
Yeah, it's Tyler Morgan. Tyler's a caution flag will wave, and we got some debris, and it's a tough time to lose me, loose wheel. We got a loose wheel off of turn 2.
Miss the loose wheel.
Plane, but he'll look to park it tonight in 22M. He'll have the race lead and set to put his foot through the floorboard. And we get this cake relighted and the party back started off of 4.
He better watch out because bow, wow, wow, yippee, yo, yippee, yay. 11, Travis Bowden is inside going to turn 1 and 2. He's going to try to take the spot away, Zach.
I don't know.
He's going to do it.
I don't know what the hell you just said. But down the back straightaway, Travis Bowden going to take over the race lead and look to slide up in front, and he'll get a shot in the tail tank there, but it won't work for the 22M of the Hunter's Body Shop sponsored entry of the Minden Racer.
Jeff Rice, so all the way back to Chris Shaw, too. We got a battle for first and second, a battle for third and fourth as well. This is shaping up to be a good one here, Zach.
Yeah, Travis Bowden out of Karnak, Texas, last year's RaceOnTexas.com factory stock.
Oh, Shaw just went up like Cheech and Chong and up in smoke.
I think that Sean Graham is pleased to see that happened right now, and the race was only 6 laps last week.
Chatham, yeah. Yep. Oh.
Solutions, one of the sponsors here at Boothill. Tough break for Chris Shaw.
That's right. So here we're going to see what's going to happen here. Tyler Morgan wants the spot back. Jeff Rice is there to pounce too. And Zach, what I said earlier was Travis Bow Wow Wow Yippee Yo Yippee Yay. He's out front right now trying to hold off Morgan and Rice as we go green.
Bowden, this is before we went caution. I was going to speak of him being last year's RaceOnTexas.com factory stock breakout driver of the year. Breakout driver of the year. He was a candidate all year and really showed his stuff, showed what he was made of last year. Still looking, though, Chase, still looking for that first dub.
Tyler Morgan said, I had it, you took it, O.J. Simpson style. I want it back, and I'm going to steal it if I got to. Wow. He's not got many laps to go here, though.
Folks, it's getting out of hand up here. A reference to OJ.
That's the second offense, though, not the first one. Don't get it mixed up.
I don't see a Ford Bronco. Yeah. Anyway, all right. We'll see what happens.
Tyler Morgan looking all the way back at Travis Bowden. We got a battle back here for third, too, Zach. That's going to be T.J. McCarty trying to get around Jeff Rice.
The glove doesn't fit, though. Down the back straightaway in the turn number 3.
You're referencing the wrong crime.
Off of 4. It's not a crime if they don't. Anyway. Down the front straightaway, Big Bad Bowden leads.
He can thank Johnny Cochran for that. But anyway, Tyler Morgan tries to, T.J. McCarty drives it hard in there. Yeah. He's going to do a slide job on Jeff Rice. Jeff Rice will try to get back to his tail tank to give him a shot, I think.
And T.J. said, thank you very much for hitting the brakes. If you didn't, I was going to skate us all the way up to the top of turns 1 and 2.
Let me tell you, man, it was a tough night last night for T.J. McCarty. Nothing against the youngster. I think it was just racing, but he got in a couple accidents there at 6-7, and they black flagged him.
I think Jeff Rice might as well just hit the brakes now because he's tired of eating the fumes from that 35.
That's it. But, hey, you can't hit the brakes too much. He's got the transfer spot right now, Zach. He's got to hold on to that. Top 4 is going to move on here. White flag out from Keith Parker.
Travis Bowden continues to march around the Boothill Speedway in command of this one, the factory stock heat race number 4 of the night. Off of 2, headed down the back straightaway for the final time. Set his sights. And Morgan just broke on the final lap. Heartbreak Hotel, turning left to Elvis Presley Boulevard. Tyler Morgan just broke. That'll put your 4th place driver of Jacob Mauser to the Christian Motorsports 98 directly to the main event and your 4th place spot as Bowden wins it in 11.
I think that's what he said, too. Jacob Mauser just said, wowzer, look at that. Yes. He says, I got it.
I believe 20 or 21 of them have checked in the pits. We'll find out as David Hood of that MB Custom number 35 going to get this party started with John Catman Mitchell along the outside. The lights are out. 3 wide already on the start.
Dustin Tater Hyde's going to shoot to the inside, going to take second away already. John Mitchell's got the lead, but Dustin Hyde running tight on the bottom there. Going to try to catch him here. 2 Texarkana guys out here trying to get it done.
A pair of Texarkana area racers going to go at it full throat off of turn number 4. Parked right next door to door each other over here in the pit area in turns 1 and 2. And Tater loves the hub of the racetrack here in Greenwood, Louisiana. Chase Lawler as they head down the back straightaway. Catman John Mitchell out front clawing with the race lead.
Let me tell you, he's all over the back of John Catman Mitchell, and Tater was happy to be here tonight. I talked to him earlier in the week, and he just got the car done and was glad to hear he was going to be here. He got to run a factory stock back at Architects for Brian Muber a couple weeks ago. First time he's been in a full body car since 2000, I think he said. 18 years.
Dustin Tater Hyde waited a long time to get his first ever win here at Boothill. Won some very close ones, and he'll put the heat on to the inside of the 5. That older TRE chassis built by Steve Holtzcamper out of Gentry, Arkansas. As they roll off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Hyde going to edge ahead by about a half a cat's whisker into turn number 3. The Catman, though.
There is no rush for Dustin Tater Hyde to knock off. John Mitchell's been doing it for a couple months here in the late model and the modified, and Tater's first race of the year, he did not forget how to drive.
Lap traffic about to impede the progress. Where are you going to go and where are you going to hide? John Mitchell going to stake him into the outside. He'll drop to the low side of the Boothill Speedway and look to slide up. He will. It is tighter than the top string on a Texas fiddle right now for the race league. Catman still leads.
I tell you what, Dustin Tater Hyde, man, I'm just impressed. Again, I thought he'd have some rust to knock off, but he's there, man. Hanging the low side. John's on the high side. Good race for the lead. Look back here. Donnie Powers, David Hood going at it for 4th. Good race all over.
What more do you want, race fans? Off of turn number 4, 2 laps to go. Show from Keith Parker into 1. John Mitchell continues to lead, but here comes Tater. He's mashing on it. And I don't mean to call him Mash Tater, but mashing on it as Tater Hyde down the back straightaway. Here comes Dustin.
Oh, slide job over here. Chase Hatton.
It's okay.
Donnie Powers there. White flag out here. One more lap for Tater Hyde trying to get John Catman Mitchell here.
And Tater's going to pull it. He's going to pull the trigger into 1. He'll smash the loud pedal down the back straight over. John Mitchell says, I have to get some separation right now. Into 3 for the final time, and rolling off of 4, John Catman Mitchell. And 5 wins your Open Wheel Modified Heat Race number 1.
Team 5 Enterprise gets it done with John Catman Mitchell. I know Alan Clemens is happy right now getting that heat race win. I was talking to him earlier today as well. And Dustin Tater Hyde, Red Lick, Texas native, unofficially will be second place. Winslet, that's a familiar name here for the Boothill Speedway
Two-time
natives.
reigning track champion.
That's right. He was track champion last year too, I believe.
Yep.
So here we go. We're going to go green here, Zach. Color of the day.
And a little fun stat, David Winslet, the 2001 mini stock track champion here at the Boothill Speedway in a Ford Mustang. As they roll off of 2, Keith Meek and that GRT Racing chassis number 22 got to hold back the advances of Hot Louisiana's Brad Couch into turn number 3. How about Brad Couch, folks? He used to drive that number 95 limited late model for Gene Gibson back at the old Champion Park Speedway. Rolls down the front straightaway, and that O'Reilly Auto Parts 5C will put the heat on Meek here, chasing a 1 and 2.
Let me tell you, Brad Couch is not laying down on the couch tonight, boy. He's all over the back of your leader. Going down the backstretch, he'll shoot low going to 3 and 4. He's going to try to take it away here. Oh, they are slinging it sideways. And Couch did not slouch, but he was not able to save that, Zach. He goes for a little spin over there in turn 3 and 4. We're going to get a caution here. Hot dogs, they got nachos, they got burgers.
They got Hot Pockets, brother.
Oh, they got Hot Pockets.
Hot Pocket.
Woo!
Forward, down the front, straight away, it'll be Meek. And the GRT chassis number 22 out front with the race lead. Here comes the Bedford Bullet. Taylor Ratliff and that Kasiski Racing Products chassis number 48, Dirty Deeds Motorsports entry. He'll get split, though, nearly from the in and outs. And here comes the Winslet.
That's what I'm watching.
Nickname David Winsalot.
David Winslet, boy, he's on the move, too. That car is looking good right now. He's got it in the third. He's got his sights set on the number 15 of Denny G, not Kenny G. He's playing the saxophone tonight.
Winslet, a former track champion here back in 01 in a mini stock and a 2-time modified track champion. And around goes your race leader nearly. And Winslet's going to go to the race lead from the tail. Worst to first for David Winslet in that yard services. LLC and Brad Couch may not like it too much in the 1 and 2 on Denny. Oh, no, he threw the kitchen sink down there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, David Winslet said, oh my, but thank you, as I go to the lead and check out on everybody here. Denny G off to try to chase him down, and Brad Couch, he's back.
Brad Couch, back indeed. He'll go to the inside of Denny Gabar, the former Armadillo Nationals winner at the Lone Star Speedway for $10,000 several years ago in an IRP chassis down the back straightaway. Denny Gabar tried to race full-time with the Super Late Model Series 2 years ago. He had some good runs, never cashed in on a victory, but he'll surrender that second spot. I tell you what, very impressed with Brad Couch tonight. Hot Louisiana racer, used to race dwarf cars, limited late models, you name it, man. I'm telling you, he is rolling.
Definitely is, man. He's all over everything. He's trying to catch him right now. Winslet, right now, comfortable lead. 2 to go for Keith Parker. David Winslet pulling that front left tire up, looking fast,
And
coming out turn 4. Issues for the 15 of Denny G.
He's expired. Tough break for Denny
Oh,
G.
yeah, I see some flames down there, Zach.
Batman is done. Into 3 and 4. It should be 1 lap to go. 1 more trip around the legendary quarter-mile speed plant here in Greenwood, Louisiana. Brad Couch is hunting down Winslet, but he may run out of time. Oh, and Brad Couch hit the brakes and caught a spot there in the 1 and 2.
He can get it fired. He's still in second, Zach. Winslet.
Not sure if anybody has anything for him in this one. That's why we run the A later, and we have 1 more heat to go after this. The lights are out. Winslet on the loud pedal. We are back underway.
So he gets away real quick.
And
the caution light is still on, though. I hope they don't confuse anybody, but we are green despite the yellow light. So, okay then.
And the checkers have come out from flagman Keith Parker. David Winslet takes the dub. The Bedford Bullet will hold off the advances of the 22 of Meek, and Tollison will grab night winner. Racing Jason Ingles, 4 cars, 4 studs for 8 laps. Lights are out. Here we go.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is, Zach. I love it. Hennigan, Fierce, Frazier, Ingles, man. I mean, these are all guys that win week in and week out. Look at Frazier going hard into turn 1 and 2. He'll get second as Hennigan is trying to step out already to win again.
So Larry Fears putting some fear in Jason Ingles there for just a moment.
No cheers there for Larry Fears as he spins it out. Unfortunately, he'll gather it up, though. He'll go back at it. He'll probably finish 4th unless something happens with the other guys, but that's all right. He'll get to tune the car in.
Just if you just watch what's going on. Oh, man, Frazier got a little loose there, but I promise you, we still got plenty of laps. Watch the way the F1 runs the Boothill Speedway top shelf with reckless abandon. Chase, I'm telling you, I have never seen a driver. I've seen a lot of drivers run this racetrack with reckless abandon. Justin Ingles, Jason, Chris is one of them. But this guy right here may actually be more to the wall and on the thread than any other driver I've ever seen, as he is going to roll to the top of the Boothill Speedway like a yo-yo with no string.
Hey, did you say that too? I remember the night we had the modifieds here before this, I watched him all night long. He did not win that night, but he was up there just letting it all hang out, balls to the wall, was Frazier in the F1 ride.
Usually, you know, and I say this, usually sometimes his aggressiveness can come back and bite him, but I'll tell you this, if my brother was listening to this right now, or anybody that grew up and watched Brett race, you would agree that he is just a driver that's unfortunately been marred with a lot of bad luck in his racing career. He's also had some good fortune, and he's had some wins. As a matter of fact, when Chris Hennigan was on a winless streak here, and a bounty was put on him back in 2001, it was the one car of Brett Frazier who dethroned him that went on to win 6 of them modified features in 2001 here at Boot Hill, when the track was a 3/8 mile paperclip.
But right now, no one has anything for Chris Hennigan. He's picking up where he left off last year, Zach, in that car. Had some incredible runs over at Lone Star Speedway. Came from 15th or 16th that one night to win.
Unbelievable.
Beautiful, beautiful ride he had. And then him and Ingles had a good battle during the Turkey Nationals as well. He came over with a win there. It's just been crazy.
What I was saying part of the race chase, I'm not sure that this is the same chassis that he acquired from Ingles and IRP. He ordered a brand new GRT. And Chris is always, undoubtedly, as Chris Hennigan's going to take the checkers over Brett Frazier, Chris Hennigan has been able to win in any chassis. He won a USMTS race in a Skyrocket. Here on RaceOnTexas.com and on the front straightaway here at Boothill Speedway with the former Cajun Cruiser Classic winner, the former Armadillo Nationals winner, and the former Longhorn Classic winner, Ronald Rollo Pookington out of Marshall, Texas. Rollo, the first thing I'd like to talk with you about, obviously the car was fast and the Trophy Dash, third night out in this jet chassis. How did you acquire in a jet chassis? Obviously Johnny Sadoff builds these cars. You see a lot of these things in the iStocks. Travis Evans used to have one. Just kind of thinking outside the box, or what was your game plan with getting this car?
Yeah, Zach, I was just trying to think outside of, everybody around here got outlaw cars, the bootlegger, the laser, and I was just trying to get something different. One night I drove Travis's car, and it drove really well and had a lot of traction, and I thought, heck, I'll give it a try.
So far, from what you feel the first few nights, you satisfied?
I'm very satisfied. I talk to them guys every Monday. They'll ask me how I done, and if I tell them I'm lose getting in, they'll tell me, try this, try that, and we tried a few things, and I think we're getting on the right track right now.
Yeah, you getting this thing on the right track and maybe winning some races and actually beating that 36J car could open up a whole new market for Johnny and all these other guys with having a good driver like yourself behind the wheel of these race cars. What are any other additional plans this year? I mean, obviously going to hit all the big shows to pay the big money, or you going to run any other classes?
No, I'm gonna stick with this one right now, and I'm gonna run it as much as I can, quite a bit. I think Chris is going to race in a couple weeks in Lone Star. I'm going to be out of town.
As much success as you've had in these cars, like I mentioned, all those big Crown Jewel races you've won earlier, how much fun do you just have in these cars? I mean, I'm sure driving a mod's fun, but they cost a pretty penny too. I'm sure these things they're not cheap, but just how much more fun do you have kind of in the factory stock class?
Oh, it's a lot of fun. It's just relaxing. It's not, modifieds are so much, and they're like work too. You got to drive them hard, stay up on the bars. They're fun, they're fast, but, the stock cars are just relaxing, and, there's a lot of money to win in them.
The steel body looks good too.
Thank you. Yeah. It's not a lot, it's a lot of work.
Hey, Rollo, real quick, because this will be on Race on Texas. If for some reason you don't park it on the slab tonight, give you an opportunity to thank everybody that helps you out in this race team.
I thank out the Frank's boys, Crow, Chris Hennigan, Rick C.S. at Scores. He counts endless hours on the motor, working on it, trying to get better. And Jet Racing for all the information, and if we're gonna give it all we got tonight to get there.
I know you will. Best of luck in the feature race. Good to see you, Rollo.
Hopefully the track will get a little wider and we'll be able to have a chance.
I'm sure it will. Tim's been working hard on it. That's Ronald Rollo Pookington from Marshall, Texas, here on RaceOnTexas.com.
No, you ain't getting ready at all. I'm just being nervous.
Nervous? You ain't ever been nervous in a day in your life.
Starting on the front row again, I'm being nervous. See you later.
One of the good guys in this sport, in the Arclotex overall, the driver of the Walker Spring and Brake Arclotex mechanical bootlegger. Walk a little bit closer for me, Dean Rasco. The driver of the bootlegger race car, Colt 45. Baby, that's all you need. It's Dean Rasco. Dean, you won your heat tonight. The car looked awfully impressive. You're going to start on that front row in the main event tonight. How you feeling?
Well, I'm really glad we've been chasing some gremlins, and old car's been giving us a rough time this year, but it seemed to clear out tonight, and looking real forward to seeing what we got left. But there's a great field of cars behind us that they want what I want, so we'll just go out there and see what we can do with them.
You had a really good run here, a top 5 finish at the weekend of the 5,000 Battle of Boothill. I'm sure you felt like you were licking your chops on a victory that night, so it may be a sense of redemption for you to come back. What I'm getting at is you've had a really good car all year, Dean.
Well, had a lot of help this year. I picked up a few sponsors that we haven't had before, and man, I tell you, every nickel counts on these things. And we was able to buy a few more things that we needed to get our performance back up. And my dad, he just sticks in there with me. That's my hero right there. So we'll see if we can get out there and hang in there with them and do the best we can. And I know everybody wants what we want, so we'll try to put on a show.
You've been in this class for quite a few years now. We had a pretty interesting interview over there about 3 years ago here at Boothill, and we were talking about the competitiveness of this class. Do you get just as much a big shot in the arm about winning a factory stock race in the 2000s, the 2017, 2018s, as you did back in the 90s, like 1995 when you won the Louisiana State Championship? How gratifying is it just to win in this class considering the competition?
Man, I'm a very sentimental person anyway. Hell, I cry when I watch the Olympics. And heck, when this thing cleared out tonight in the hot laps and it was running as good as it did, I had to bite my tongue to keep from crying in. I told Daddy, I said, I believe we got our race car back. So these guys that's running in this class, man, they give 100%. Their pit crews and their sponsors and all. And it hurts to run in the back of the pack sometimes, but everybody in this class is so strong and running for a position. It don't matter where you're at. You got to fight your butt off for it and hang in there with them. And to get a win in this class is really it just tickles the heck out of me. I'm looking forward to one, so I'll try to hold the tears back if it does happen.
We don't really want you to hold them back, man. We want you to let it all out, Dean. Hey, you mentioned a couple of new sponsors that make this possible, and while we have an opportunity, I do want to give you an opportunity to maybe mention those folks.
Well, we got 5-star builders come on with us this year, and we got Architects Mechanicals helping us out, and let's see, I ain't too good at this. Walker Spring and Brake, and Bootlegger Race Cars. James Griffin, man, he goes above and beyond to help us all with what he can do. And he's got his boat loaded, but man, he's such a great guy, and he does quality work. Without him, it'd be hard for a whole bunch of us to make it on like just getting us to the racetrack some nights. So a big shout out for James Griffin and his family for putting up with all of us with our needs and desires. And this Joshua's journey here is Stan, my pit crew man. Little Joshua, he 5 years old. He got a brain tumor and had a little stroke, and he's on his way back now. He's really working hard and doing a lot of things. So keep him in his prayers and everything, because he wants to drive one of these days when he can.
I'm certainly sure we will, and we'll watch him one day as well. Always a pleasure talking with you, Dean Rasco. Best of luck tonight, man, on the main event.
Well, thank you very much, and good luck to everybody.
Hey, but he doesn't wish you the best of luck, as he said one time. Dean Rasco, appreciate the time. He said we're going to wrap this up. I am going to get a quick word, though, with the Marshall Texan Winnigan, Chris Hennigan. Chris, coming out here in a new GRT race car tonight. Car looked awfully impressive, and man, Eric Scott did a fantastic job with the wrap as well.
Yeah, he always does a good job on wraps and stuff.
How'd the car feel? Obviously, the car felt pretty good and to your liking, but right where you left off a few years ago with this particular style of car?
It's a little different. I was a little free off, so maybe we can tighten it up, get a little better, but this car's got a little different design.
Some great modified drivers here tonight. I mean, Tater's here, John Mitchell, Winslet, the list goes on and on. Some good shoes here. You're going to earn this one tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Hopefully I can just run top 5. I'll be happy with it.
How much do you like racing at Boothill? Maybe a silly question, but how much do you enjoy racing at this racetrack? Obviously, you and your family growing up around this place.
I like it a lot, especially when it gets slick. It gets real fun. I'm not too much on the tacky stuff, but when it gets slick, it's real fun.
What are your additional plans this year, if you have any? Plan on racing a factory stock any? Do you have one of those in the works? Or do we plan on racing any limited modified stuff?
I'm going to drive Mr. Tommy Mercer's factory stock in the big race and just see what we can do.
The 100 car?
Yeah.
10 for us. I believe you got top 3 at the Classic last year. Always thank you for the time, Chris. Before we leave here on RaceOnTexas.com, obviously, I want to give you an opportunity to thank all the folks that help you out in your race team in case you don't park it tonight.
Career Search, Superior Graphics, Rick Siest, CNC Oilfield, Panel Truss, Rollo's Lubinato, J&J Motorsports, Steve Hertz, and Hennigan Construction.
I do want to mention one thing. I had 5 people message me today and said, is Chris Hennigan going to be at Boothill tonight? His modifieds are going to be here. I said, well, of course. I assumed you were. I lied to him anyway. I figured you'd be here. It's always nice, though. These folks come out here to watch you race, and I know it's nice to have the modifieds back racing.
Yeah, every time when they race them, we're going to try to support them, and I like to thank my wife and kids, too.
No doubt about it. Best of luck in the main event tonight, Chris. Always good to see you.
Thanks.
Chris Hennigan. Win again, Chris Hennigan from Mark. Once again, the top 4 today. The Nightmare Michael Knight going to start this one from the front row. We're underway in your first B main for the factory stocks tonight. Well, folks, I've been meaning to mention it all night. Tony the Tiger back behind the wheel. Tony Lindsay. You often hear me say Garen Lindsay or Glenn Lindsay. And not a shot at them, but Tony may be the cream of that crop of Lindsays. Tony Lindsay, though, is a great shoe, and it's great to see him back at the hill.
Has anyone got anything for the Michael Nightmare Knight number 96, though, Zach? We're going to figure it out here in this first last chance race for the factory stocks.
Yeah, Michael Knighton, who once dethroned Morgan Bagley to win the Quick Race Car Spring Nationals for a nice payday at Gene Borders Arcotech Speedway back in 2010, leads the way. Alpha 4 down the front boulevard in that Dominator chassis, Styles Automotive number 96.
That's a notch right there I would keep on my wall in the living room, taking Bagley out of his bag, man. Anytime you can do something like that to Morgan, man, that's something.
He took his money bags. Alpha 4. The 199 of Michael Hudson. Talked to his father earlier. He said, obviously, his father's 70 years old, brother. Michael Hudson in the Travis Pastrana lookalike 199 4-cylinder. I talked to him, and he said that, no, Zach, I take the spoiler off or the wing when I go out on the racetrack now. Just for looks, which is cool. I mean, you can't fault a 70-year-old man for wanting to be sporty out there.
No, definitely not, man. Definitely not. And, you know, speaking of that older age and some of these legends out here on these dirt, man, I was talking to Ricky Ingles, too. Oh, we got some Spinaroonie over here, and some metal went flying. I think his trunk came off. He saw Converse earlier, said, pop the trunk. Here we go. Caution's going to come out from Keith Parker for the Spinaroonie over here in turn 1.
Look, I don't mean to beat the dead horse, folks, but if anybody does have a nice or a new set of AA batteries, maybe for one of the drivers for your race receiver, I'll personally pay you for them if you don't mind sparing a set. Anyway, we'll make it work for now. Off of 4, the Nightmare Michael Knighton out front in command of this B main event. The top 4 will transfer to the main event and get the race for 20 laps the distance later on this evening. One was nearly coming around. No harm, no foul. We'll stay clean and green right now, trying to tick off the laps and the remainder laps of this B main event. Knighton continues to lead in the Styles Automotive number 96. Hudson rides second. Tony Lindsay. Tony Lindsay, the former track champion here. From Carl Lindsay to Steve Lindsay to Tony Lindsay to Glenn Lindsay to Garen Lindsay, the Lindsays have been cutting their teeth around the Boothill Speedway for quite some time. Tony Lindsay made a lot of hay here at Boothill in the early 2000s when this track was a paperclip. In the late 90s in the street stock class. And also raced open wheel modifieds from around 2007 to 2010. And I think the last time Tony Lindsay sat behind the wheel of an open wheel modified was up in Pocla, Oklahoma in a USNTS race. And he had a violent flip. And that car now is actually located over in the shrubs, or laying in the weeds at Gene Borders Arklatex Speedway. For what it's worth and for all those that were inquiring about it. Down the back straightaway, Knighton for the final time into 3 and 4. Keith Parker's got the checkered flag in his hand, ready to display it over the driver out of Keithville, Louisiana. The Styles Automotive number 96, Dominator chassis of the Nightmare. Michael Knighton in 96 takes the dub. He'll go to the main event. The 199 of Hudson will also go. Tony Lindsay will make it as well. Freddie Blanchard, top 10 in points a year ago in that ERC chassis came near a Financial B7. It looks like Randy Cox there in the 45R.
And Tyler Gibson and Frank Canizero.
Frank the Tank Canizero and Tyler Gibson. The lights are out. We're underway in your second and final B-main of the afternoon here at the Boothill Speedway Chase into 1.
Tell you what, only going to take 4 from this one right now. Glenn Lindsay out front. You know, he talked to Justin Whitehead earlier. Whitehead wasn't going to come here because the last time he was here, Lindsay gave him a run for his money. Yeah, right, but hey, Justin Whitehead's probably having fun tonight. Glenn Lindsay had fun that night. And Scott Young's going to look to the inside, try to ruin Glenn Lindsay's fun coming down the front stretch. Give it to Scott Young. He'll leave the first lap. Glenn Lindsay going to run strong going into 1 and 2.
Sit down and please take a seat. He says to Glenn, and Glenn is not scared. He'll smash the loud pedal down the back straightaway. Here comes the Hunter's Body Shop 22M of Morgan. Now he'll throw his hat into the ring.
Tell you what, we got a 3-way battle up here for the lead here just momentarily. I tell you what, Tyler looks fast there on the inside. Coming down the front stretch, he's going to try to take second away from Glenn Lindsay. Medium, sexy.
Tyler looking fire into 1 to the inside of the 27L of Lindsay. Lindsay back on the loud pedal, though, will separate himself by a car length down the back straightaway into 3. Scott Young out front in 18, no weak links.
And no, look now, Dandy Randy Cox is going to throw his name in the hat here, Zach. He comes up on the corner pedal there of Tyler to give him a little shot there, and he's getting a little loose, a little scared.
That's the Rebel Randy Cox, according to the Hood Scoop. Maybe on a little sugar high from fan appreciation night there. Filling the candy is Randy Cox off of 4. He's in the 4th and final transfer spot.
And we're taking 4. So, yeah, right now top 4 have stepped away. So these 3 in the back better step it up if they're going to get up there and do anything.
I couldn't be any more. Anyway.
That Frank how do you say that? Canizero?
Yeah, Canizero.
Canizero and Freddie Blanchard back there, as well as who's that last one? Tyler Gibson?
Yep.
So those
that's my brother's old car.
Is it?
It's an old Victor chassis.
Step it up just a little bit here. We're supposed to have Cade Gailey. I'm never going to get that right. It's probably because I can't read it over here, but either way, that's a new name for me, Zach.
Be honest with you, I ain't met too many Gaileys in my life.
I have not either. How many Lawlers have you met?
A couple.
Spell it like I do, I should say, actually.
Depends on which version of Chase I'm talking to. I'm just kidding.
But he's got a point there, guys. But yeah, even though he spells it different, Jerry the King Lawler is my uncle. So just so you know that, we'll be throwing out WWE references all night long. Scott Young though is checking out. He's put the smacketh downeth on these guys. Oh, contact, Zach! You got Tyler and Randy Cox over here giving some contact in the front stretch. Let's see who's going to give. And they're all going to transfer if they'll just settle down.
And the fun meter's been pegged here at the bottom of turn number. I mean, the list could go on and on, but Gary Wright absolutely cut his teeth right here at Boot Hill before he really went big time and made it to go on to win 140 ASCS Career Nationals Touring Series races off of 4 and several World of Outlaws.
Top 4, Zach. Oh, Randy Cox has got some damage to that beautiful blue.
Here comes Frank the Tank trying to throw them all into the live well. He'll go 3 wide for third down the back straightaway. Here comes Frank.
Look at Frank the Tank, baby, going 3 wide to go down the back stretch. He'll take third away. He's got a sight set on Glenn Lindsay.
Hey, my dad built that car. You know it's a Victor chassis, so it's going to roll.
He's rolling right now. Going to turn 1 2 all the way back of Glenn Lindsay, only taking the top 4. We got 3 wide for the transfer spot here. Tyler, Randy Cox, and Freddie Blanchard.
Fred Durstyle, he says.
That's
into turn number 3, though. And he's going to feel like a freak on a leash like Jonathan Davis. The L24 going to get leaned on there off of 4. Lindsay getting a little bit of pressure there from the C3 of Frank the Tank Canizero. He's not Frank the Tank because He's just a tank, but he's a guy I absolutely wouldn't mess with. So pick your battles wisely. But those are two big studs there. Wouldn't mess with either one of them.
Frank the Tank's going to try to go to the bank tonight and cash a check right now. He's got third place wrapped up here. 45R gets hit in the side by Freddie Blanchard for the checkered. And he's going to take it, but 22 Tyler Morgan's your last transfer spot.
Get me. So we'll see if the Gentle Giant can cash in on his first victory of the year here at Boot Hill. He was awfully fast in the heat. He'll have the Benton Bullet, Josh Bockham, Doug Vick Jr., and the rest of the herd behind him as we go off of 4. We're on demand on Race on Tech. And Beasley did what he did here a few weeks ago, and now he stacks up the entire field.
Tell you what, if I got in, Mike, go, baby, go Washburn. Good heads up move by Washburn there.
And, yeah. Boy, I tell you, yes, message me on Facebook, and you can tell me who won. Who built this racetrack. And we're off of 4 and underway.
One more time. Oh, we got contact, big contact. We're going to pile them up over turn 1 and 2. It is a junkyard over here.
Yeah, scattered, smothered, covered with all the fixings, all the cheese.
I hate it for these guys, man.
So your third time's a charm, original restart. Oh, Beasley got loose again.
Look. Oh, don't pile them up again, guys. Oh, it's a Dallas traffic jam here at Boothill Speedway going down the front stretch. They somehow straighten it out, Zach. But right now out front is Josh Bockham. Come and catch me, he says, as he's running away from Jason Beasley, Mike Washburn, Doug Vick Jr., and also the C2 there of Michael Easley. Here comes Jason Beasley on the inside of Doug Vick Jr. You got the tallest guy out here and the shortest guy out here in the Pro Mod race probably, side by side, battling out for third. But all the meanwhile, yellow flag is getting flown by Keith Parker. We got 2 of them over here, Ben Smiley in the 8, and who's that other one, Zach? He's got style.
Ready to find out, as it'll be up to Josh Bach on the Benton Bullet to punch the time clock and send this party back to work. Off of 4, we're underway. Hey. Once again from the Boot Hill Speedway. Cross your fingers, cross your toes, we can get this one in. And they're going to go door to door for the race leader in the 1-2. Here comes Easley to the inside and going to go 3 wide is Mike Washburn.
3 wide. Oh, contact, Zach, down here. He's going to go in the infield. No caution, hopefully. That is the 2 of Glenn Keller. So right now, Josh Bockham. Oh, Spinner Rooney over here. Is that who we got over here, Zach? Is that Tim Hornaday? It's not Ron Hornaday. That's Tim Hornaday. Is it? Is it 160?
I will.
Left or 2 laps complete, yes, sir. And he must have told him. He just told him that about
the Benton Bullet, Josh Bockham, going to look to get his first Pro Mod win of the season. Off of 4, we're underway.
Let's see if we can turn and burn some laps here, as we've had some problems keeping this one going, but these guys are going to get it figured out. It's a slick track out there tonight, I think. They're going to run for it. Here comes Doug Vick Jr.
Jesus, we have more problems than 1 and 2, and I'm not too surprised. I mean, guys are getting shot with red. Green turtle shells are still floating around the place. They got old Gary at one point was going to like throw away some old fire suits and stuff, and Cole acquired them.
Lucky guy, the bandit, taking it off with his sticky fingers. All right, I'm sure.
There's a lot of talent.
He goes to bed.
That's like Space Jam stuff. It's like just hold the clothes like they hold the basketball, and your talent gets sucked out of you.
Yeah, I'm sure he has an aura around it when he looks at it.
I tell you what, they better use that stuff Muggsy Bogues had, because off of 2 down the back straightaway, here comes Doug Vick Jr. for the race lead.
Jason Beasley with a run out of turn 2 to the inside of Robert Graham. He's going to chase down Doug Vick Jr. being clear Graham.
Well, that was a giant move, and it wasn't too gentle. Off of 4, down the front boulevard into 1. Here comes Doug Vick Jr.
And we've made a lap.
Huh?
Robert Graham battled out with Jason Beasley for 3rd on the backstretch. Doug Vick Jr. trying to catch Josh Bockham. Doug Vick Jr. goes to the inside of Bockham coming out of turn 4. We got a battle for the lead here, heating up. Bockham takes the spot for now. Doug Vick is trying to get the run coming out of turn 2 on the low side. Robert Graham's there too, and we have a caution. Surprise, surprise. Lights are out. Keith Parker will look him over here. Josh Bockham, Doug Vick Jr., Robert Graham, Jason Beasley, all going at it here. Let's see if we can keep it straight and get this one done before it gets too late. Doug Vick Jr. looking for the lead on the backstretch. Josh Bockham up high. Doug Vick Jr. going down low. We got a race for the lead, Zach. Doug Vick Jr. is going to give Bockham all he can handle. And I tell you what, here comes 22 of Robert Graham. He's looked fast, bad fast.
Bockham leaving that bottom lane open, wide open for the taking as they head down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Keith almost had to throw the yellow, but he did not.
Put it down, Keith.
Off of 4, though. Here comes Doug Vick, the 5-time Arklatex Speedway track champion in car number 4 down the front straightaway.
And here comes Robert Graham, man. He's fast. He does look fast back there, all over the back of Doug Vick Jr. Watch out that C2, though, too. He's coming up there. Michael Easley side by side with Robert Graham for 3rd.
And
oh no!
Lap traffic approaching in front of your leaders. Bockham, the Benton Bullet, still leads over Doug Vick Jr.
Ben Smiley, some problems there. He is on the low side, driving really slowly. But all the meanwhile, Doug Vick Jr. has got a mirror full of Robert Graham.
We're only halfway in.
It's wham, bam, thank you, Graham. He's on the outside of Doug Vick Jr. trying to take second away here on the backstretch. He'll get a run off the high side, see if he can do it. Doug Vick Jr. is going to close the door. Graham saw it. Oh, spinner Rooney, said Jason Beasley. Oh, my. Yellow. It's not Beasley. It is Barnes, maybe?
Indy 500. That's gold there.
It's gold, Pony Boy, gold.
If you think Mexican food, then it might help you. I don't know. But a great race start by Doug Vick. He'll look to maybe throw the slider on the 3 of Bockham. Bockham going to smash the loud pedal and use that outside line momentum to his advantage as he drag races down the back straightaway, door to door with the 4 of Vick Jr. Into 3.
Put it down, Keith Parker. Quit waving the yellow.
No, tell the drivers to quit losing their hands on their steering wheel. Nonetheless.
Time pollen's out. Yellow's the flavor.
Yeah, my nose is really stopped up at the moment, too.
We're going to try it one more time, Zach. Here we go. Josh Bockham, Doug Vick Jr., Robert Graham, Easley, Jason Beasley. We got them top 5 right there running right now. Hopefully we'll get a white flag pretty soon. White flag, Keith Parker. You want checkered flag. Josh Bockham's going to take the win over Doug Vick Jr. Robert Graham will take 3rd unofficially in the 22. Give Easley their 4th place. So Jason Beasley will get your 5th place there unofficially. 4th place will go to the C2 there, Michael Easley.
So, climbing out of the race car, race fans, give him a hand for Josh Bockham, the Benton Bullet in 25.
5th coming to the line. Robert Graham in the 22. Wham, bam, thank you, Graham. Will finish in 3rd spot. Doug Vick Jr. in 2nd 4B. But your winner tonight, Josh Bockham. Zach Clark's going to have a word with him here momentarily.
Josh Bockham out of Benton, Louisiana. Josh, first time you parked this Pro Mod this season. Last time out, you had some bad luck. Tonight, this one was pretty caution. Suns in Victor Lane now. It was a wild one tonight, but you were able to hold this thing out front.
Man, that was rough. I thought it was going to get pretty exciting with Doug Vick there at the end. And I think I moved down a little bit to prevent that, but he'll always race you clean, and I think he knows that about me, and I enjoy racing with him.
When it was green, though, it definitely was a great battle up front.
Oh, yeah. Of course, I couldn't see him. You can't see very far, beside you, but I could hear them. I knew they were close.
How much are you enjoying racing this class now? Maybe got the learning curve down a little bit, but like I said, you may not have to work on it too much this week either.
Well, we got some damage up front. If we can get past the cautions, I promise y'all this is good, but man, it's rough sometimes.
Class has gotten very competitive, man. Real quick, I want to give you an opportunity to thank all the folks that help you out this race team.
Man, it's been a while since I've been here, Zach. I got to thank Dominator Race Cars. This GRT race car here is really fast. War Shocks, Total Custom Carbs and Dyno, Easy One Power, PTS. Man, there's a list of them, and when you're under pressure down here, it's hard to name them all. And all these fans out here that sat through this cold weather and all these cautions, we appreciate it, and y'all are the reason we're here.
Appreciate it, Josh. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Josh Bockham, the Benton Bullet in Victor Lane. So, in fact, it is not Curtis Caldwell in the Landrum Springs 1C. That's Denny Gabar. Denny Gabar going to be on the pole with this one alongside the Marksville Madman Stephen Guidry. The lights are out. Kind of a wild start between the top two. They touch. Down the front straightaway in the one. A little bit of right rear quarter panel damage on that 1C for Denny G. As Denny G leads off a 2 down the back straightaway. Here comes the Marshall Texan Dylan Spear firing bullets. All bullets, no blanks for 22 mag.
Hey, he's going to get by Guidry there. He's going to slide him in front of him. He's going to make a run on Denny G here. As you got Davidson, Grigsby, Guidry.
Yeah.
Man, what a who's who top 5.
And how about the Marshall missile going 3 wide for third there momentarily. Here comes the 69. 69 reasons to go to the front. And the reigning Louisiana State Dirt Track champion just took a peek for the race lead. He's going to go to the high side and hammer the top shelf and grab some cush and hammer it off for 4. Grigsby now to the inside of the K1 of Guidry here for third. We got a great race brewing here. It looks like the Battle of Boot Hill all over again with some new players.
Grigsby's got the radar set on Stephen Guidry next here. He's cleared Jody Davidson. 22 mag. Dylan Spear looks good on that high side, though. Trying to race down Denny G. He's going to have a run coming down the front stretch here, Zach. Going to 1 and 2. Denny G on the low side. Spear on the high side. Who's going to get it?
Here comes Spear. He is spearing himself to the race lead right now, higher than Willie Nelson on a cross-country tour with Snoop Dogg riding shotgun to the top shelf of the Boothill Speedway, but Denny Gabarth likes it quick and around the hub of the Boothill Speedway, but it won't be enough. Here comes the Marksville Madman. The Marksville Madman, Stephen Guidry into 1 and 2. Guidry now going to try to hammer it, but if you can just tell how far up top the 22 mag is, it is definitely paying dividends down the back and front straightaways, Chase.
He's grabbing some cush, Zach, as he comes out of turn 4 here on the high side. Denny G trying to battle back on the low side. Guidry, all the meanwhile, has got up to him, trying to make it 3 wide here for the lead.
But you have to run that top with such reckless abandon, and it's such a technical drive as Grigsby got a little squirrely there off the 2, loses sight of the top 3 now. As Grigsby's back and forth, Jody D's in 5th. Don't count out Grigsby or Jody Davidson. As Denny Gabar, though, he doesn't have to quite be as technical running the bottom as the 22 is. As you see right there, that's the difference, is the 1G doesn't quite have to run his car so hard into the corners and run it with reckless abandon like the 22 is.
Man.
Dylan's got to be on the edge of his seat for the entirety of this one while Denny keeps him within distance, just rolling that hub.
He is, man. He's high, wide, and handsome in that 22 mag out of Marshall, Texas. Dylan Spear getting it done right now. Got the lead over Denny G, but Stephen Guidry right there ready to pounce.
I call it high, wide, and hell-bent for the front.
That's about right. Oh, caution over here. We got JoJo Wilhelm with some heavy damage on the...
Your reigning Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship does have a mouthful of these delicious pizza pockets. Dylan Spear back on the lap pedal off of 4.
Stephen Guidry's throwing his name in the hat, Zach. He's there. Denny G. Oh, it might be 3 wide coming up. Oh, Denny G slides up. Guidry, brake check. It'll be all right. Dylan Spear got some ground that time, though.
Well, I call him the Marksville Madman, even though he's a pretty nice fellow, but behind the wheel, he's a different animal. And he may give old Denny Gabar a little bit of a taste of his own medicine here late in the going. As here comes the reigning Louisiana State Dirt Track champion to rival off the exit of quarter number 2 down the back straight with his sights set on turn number 3 once again. Denny G still rolling the hub chase as they roll off of 4. As Spear way up top once again.
Tell you what a race, man. He is letting it hang out as Dylan Spear. He's got no fear. High side for him as he comes out of turn 2. Denny G on the low side. Denny's not going to come off that low side. He thinks he can get it done down there, Zach. But right now, Dylan Spear, again, no fear on the high side, grabbing that cush.
No doubt. No fear, and he's found another gear up top. So as the K1. I believe if Guidry was the one out front dictating this race, he would be leading just as well as the 22 is. But right now, he's tucked in line. He's going to have to find his way around both Gabar as well as the 22 of Spear. Spear's going to have to make a mistake. And it's very, very prone to making a mistake running that top shelf the way he is right now, very aggressively.
This is what it's all about right here. Door to door, wheel to wheel. Give it to Denny G. Takes the lead back coming out of turn 2. Guidry there looking to pounce through Dylan Spear. He's going to go to the high side, Zach. Denny G closes the door, throws a curveball to Dylan Spear.
Yeah, that actually messed up his arrow there, I think. You got that air, got off the spoiler of that 22, and it grabbed it and made the car kind of upset there as it kind of upsets again off of 2. He went way, way wide there off the exit of 2 that last time by, which made Denny get that run down the back straightaway.
Guidry shuts the door too. Denny G staying up high too. He's not going back down low, Zach. He's figured it out. Says, hey, Spear, you want to pass me on the high side? Do it while I'm here.
I'm going to tell you, Denny Gabar is one of the smartest drivers in the Arklatex. He knows that, okay, I'm going to show my cars on this bottom, and just when he least expects it, I'm going to go up top, and I'm going to take his line from him whenever I have clearance, and that's just what he's done, and look at his separation now.
I tell you, high side now. He's high, wide, and handsome himself, and Guidry's done moved up there too, Zach. Guidry's on the high side too. Spear's falling back to 3rd. I tell you what, I thought Spear was on a rail. No fear, Dylan Spear. Nothing going to stop him but a deer maybe, but right now he's getting left behind by Guidry.
He's on a rail. He's on a rail still. It's just
they moved back to the low side, I've noticed this time, Jack.
The more you run that cushion up there as well, it'll get pushed out further. Crumbs will get thrown up there. You don't just quite get the bite that you had early on. Is right now, I mean, that right side of that spoiler is scraping the Boothill retaining wall. And Gabar is going to drop to the low side of the racetrack with the Marksville Madman in hot pursuit as lap traffic gets disposed of. Off of 2 down the back straightaway. Your top 2 cars will dispose. Now Dylan Spear with his sights set on the lap traffic as well of Luke Turnage in 52. Gabar goes back, constant hustling off of 4. It's 5 laps to go this time by.
I tell you what, Dylan Spear better watch out. Jody Davidson is closing the gap. Davidson about to catch Dylan Spear and make that a battle for 3rd. Grigsby's kind of fell back there on the low side, running in 5th. And as I say that, he closes on Davidson some. And I'm not sure that Jody's not catching Dylan because of the lap car there, Zach.
Jody and Dylan and Derek need a caution, but they won't get it probably with 2 laps to go. Caution, gonna wave for the 23 of the former Louisiana State champion, Cody Tupper. Lights are out. We're back ready to play at Boot Hill. Their final few laps of this limited modified special event on raceontexas.com. And the one, we'll see what Guidry's got. Who's going to go to the hub of the racetrack and want to and email to slide up in front for the race lead on Denny G. Denny Gabar driving the 1C of Curtis Caldwell's entered the Landrum Springs, and he'll drive it into 3 and 4, and he'll return the slider. One slider deserves another, and here comes the 90 of Davison throwing a slider, and the checkers are out. Wow, photo finish, and it's going to be Denny Gabar taking the checkered flag over the K1 of the Marksville racer, Stephen Guidry. And
a race, all of them. Dylan Spear was up there for a while with no fear, and then Stephen Guidry just on a rail.
Chase Vincent's 2015, I think he's won here.
Give it up, fans, for Denny Gabar, your winner here, Boothill Speedway. Man, on a rail, what a race, like you just said. If you don't like that, what are you still doing here this time of night? Because y'all put on a show. I thought Dylan Spear might have it there for a little bit. And then once you got by him again, you closed that high side. It was closed for business after that. You took off, man. What'd you think about it?
Yeah, man, them guys were good up there. And, man, so I saw some people leaving earlier, and I know it's cold, and I appreciate everyone that's come out, stayed here. That was a dirt track race. And, man, we had some good competitors. That K1 come up. He was fast. I'd like to thank Landrum Springs, Curtis Caldwell, TCC Carbs, everyone that helps out on this deal. I'm driving it for a buddy of mine, and I think we're getting the car lined out.
You definitely look good. You always look good anytime I see you out here. And I tell you, Stephen Guidry, Dylan Spear, Jody Davidson, give them all a hand. Put on a show here tonight. And so you got KR Promotions on there, too. OKR and Sestair, huh? You buddies with them?
Well, I'm not going to admit that in front of anyone.
Hey, hashtag have fun. That's all we care about. Give it up, fans.
Chase,
picking up your win. Limit modified here at Boothill Speedway.
Chase, ask him how the proper person won a sprint car race at Boot Hill. Now that might help you a little bit. I'll give you the years of the year. It was in the 80s. Justin Converse. Converse is underway from the front row in your 4-cylinder main event with Michael King Jr., Chris Collier rather, in the 14. In hot pursuit, we're underway. Three wide momentarily there, down the back straight away into turn number 3. A great battle for the top spot in this one. It's Michael King Jr., that Chevy Cobalt to the inside of the Chevy Cavalier. With a little bit of smoke coming out of that 14 Jr. As Converse going to go to the top shelf of the Boothill Speedway and look to hold back the advances of that 14 Jr. Off of 2, headed down the back straightaway. Showing a little bit of smoke, and the caution's going to weigh for Jason P.
guys, so call first right away.
And we're going to go back green here. Justin Converse out front of Michael King Jr. He's got a problem. Or it looks like it's going again. Maybe he got word about later tonight. But anyways, Justin Converse in his own universe. Chris Collier running second. And you got the two silver cars out there, teammates. That's Danny Rambo and Jesse Tate's 13J. And then you got Dalton Vines, the 13D. It's 2018. I'm racing everywhere. Dalton Vines. On the inside of Chris Collier, there is Dalton Vines going for second. Oh, little contact. Little Robbins racing here in the four-cylinder class. But all meanwhile, Justin Converse hopping that back left tire coming out of turn 4. He's on his own little world. I think he's e-braking all the way around. Good battle back here for second, third, fourth. Brittany Shireen going to throw her skirt in the fire. Put her name in the hat. 3 wide on the backstretch going into turn 3 and 4, Zach.
Don't burn your skirt, Brittany. Just blaze yourself to the front, sister. Before down the front straightaway, the Triple X rocket. Miss Triple X. And we don't mean Miss Triple X rated. Into 1 and 2. We can see how you'd get that idea. Off 2 down the back straightaway. And the caution is out.
Collier, Tyler Moore. Danny Rambo on the 13J as his car Jason has not been rebuilt yet. Brittany Shireen up there. Michael King Jr. We're going to go green here. I want to give a shout out to number 60, Josh Pelikakis back there battling out with Morgan Powell, Racing Graham. We've got a good race going on here for third and fourth. Chris Collier all over the back of Brittany Shireen. Michael King Jr. has found overdrive, and he's got that thing on a rail on the high side. He gets around Danny Rambo. He's all over the back of Chris Collier going down the front stretch. Collier's going to pinch him in the wall. Collier's going to get spun if he watches out. He corrects it the right way. No overcorrecting for Chris Collier. He'll keep it down straight going into 1 and 2, but it looks like he has some problems coming off the corner. Michael King Jr. will try it again. Tyler Moore is all over the back of Justin Converse. And looky there, Zach. Brittany Shireen has got her name in the hat here. Oh, she's all over the back of Tyler Moore.
That's the baddest chick on the planet right now. Ain't no doubt about it. Topped the most stellar field of four-cylinders at Arklatex Speedway at their last event on April the 7th.
Well, Ronda Rousey has nothing on Brittany Shireen.
I don't know. Ronda, well, off of 4. Miss Triple X rolling to the front. And Michael King Jr.'s back in it after falling all the way back to, I don't know what that says. That is a fast race car, but Tyler Moore is now giving Converse a couple shots in the shorts off the exit of 2, and the Hot Pockets give me a little bit of heartburn here.
Converse is getting the business from the left, from the right, from the back. Contact!
Yeah, he's
2 to go, Zach. Oh, more contact on the front stretch.
And Brittany Shireen says, thank you very much. I'll go right by. 2 laps to go. This is heating up.
Big time here. We have a battle for the lead. 4-way battle. Justin Converse, Brittany Shireen, Tyler Moore.
Is a will lady, no doubt about it. You know, you always want to say the mailman and the mailwoman, whatever, but here we go.
3 wide. Here comes Michael King Jr. looking on the inside. White flags out for Justin Converse. Bring us home, Zach.
I'm not sure Converse is going to hold on, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did. They're 3 wide for the second spot. For the final time in the 1 and 2, Brittany Shireen's got a good run off the exit of 2, headed down the back straightaway for the final time. Converse better be alert. Into 3, King is going to drive his car really deep into turn number 3 and does not elect to make contact. Shireen does, though, with the tail tank of 49, and Justin Converse wins another one here in the Arklatex, the winningest all-time four-cylinder driver since this class began just a few years ago. A hell of a race tonight here at Boothill. And an absolute stellar...
The C49, Twisted K Racing for the win. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Do it. Do it. That's it.
Oh, my. I don't know what that was. A Converse flip, front inverted Converse flip, we'll call it. Burson didn't get a shot of that one, thank goodness, because that would have been embarrassing.
Did you get that?
No, he didn't give me a chance to get that one.
Justin Converse picking up your win here, fourth on race. What a race, man. Brittany Shireen up there with you. Tyler Moore, Michael King Jr. got back us up there, man. It was a crazy time there. What'd you think about it?
Man, it got a little confusing after that last caution. I felt something drop, and I looked at my gauges, and everything just quit working. I was like, oh, man. And then those last 3 laps, every time I'd get in the turn, it died and just cut back up and start taking back off. I was like, oh, just hold on. And I saw Brittany that last lap. I was like, she's going to get me again.
Yeah, after that show at Architect she put on, we thought she was going to come up there and steal another one away. But, man, I got some people you want to thank. Personal opinion, these races have been great tonight, but y'all might have just stole the show.
I'm going to tell you what, I got a shot. The first person I got to thank is Sean Graham. I don't know what I was thinking. I got back there and everybody was getting dressed. I looked at my fire suit and couldn't find out I left it at the house. Luckily, his father-in-law or mother went to their house and we brought out the retired suit again, one last time.
And you parked it with the retired Sean Graham trouble suit. Boy, I'd go home and take a shower if you take that thing off. Congratulations, Just Converse. Give him a hand, fans. It's four-cylinder race. Wrapped it up here, man. What a four-wide battle there at the end. Just
Number 13, Dylan Spear out of Marshall, Texas. Doug Vick Jr., Gary Lipscomb. The lights go on. The lights go out. The party is about to get started. Who's going to win the night? Rasco trying to snap a winless drought here that dates back to August 29th of 2015. And Graham got a good start to the inside of Rasco down the front straightaway for the first time tonight. Into one. They'll think about going 3 wide. They'll undoubtedly go door-to-door for the race lead if they head off a 2 and the caution is already out. We'll have to re-rack it. We'll try this over again, race fans. His original restart is Dean Rasco. Got a little bit better of a start this time. It holds back the advances of Sean Graham, or what Sean threw at him on the initial start anyway. As they go at it hot and heavy. Graham to the inside for the race lead. The Colt 45 digging. It looked like we'll see if Dean will get up top and grab some cush here in a moment. And set sail. And he will off of 4, roll off the middle of the racetrack. Cook trying to the inside of the Triple X, leading lap 1's the Colt 45 of Dean Rasco. Rasco trying to make a big-time moment happen in an earthquake in Greenwood tonight if he can hold on. Graham going to make him earn it after cashing in on a $2,000 payday last Friday and Saturday night over at Chatham Raceway at Jerry Hobson's Speed Plant in Chatham, Louisiana. Graham was driving Chris Shaw's Canet Solutions number C2 car. This week he debuts a brand new chassis built in-house at his shop. He and his buddy Jason Gallion, who is a big help to Graham's racing program, and of course Brittany Shreen's racing program as well. Off of 4, Graham pressuring the wily veteran Dean Rasco into 1.
And here comes Ricky Ingles on the inside of the 45 there, BJ Cook. He's going to take third away there, Zach. And here comes Rollo Brogan in the 22 on the backstretch, going to get around BJ Cook as well. And you're right, Dean Rasco's sitting up there thinking, I'm too old for all this trouble. Get behind me, Sean Graham. I'm going to be out front.
He ain't even scared. Colt 45, Dean Rasco been around this racetrack a time or two. As my brother was just starting off with this class, Dean Rasco gave him the best advice that any driver's ever given him. He said, Jared, just focus on the next corner ahead. Don't look past don't look too far past the hood and just worry about your race. Well, Dean Rasco, as I said, Chase trying to cash in on his first win here since August the 29th of 2015. And if he wins tonight, it'll be career win number 80 here at the legendary Oval.
He's got his hands full with Trouble Graham right now. But yeah, Colt 45, no zigzags tonight. He's keeping it straight so far. We're going to go down the front stretch here as he leads another lap. Sean Graham running second. Rick Ingles in third. Rollo Pilkington in fourth. BJ Cook, Bubba McEachern, Travis Bowden, Josh Greenwald. 13 is your buddy.
Maxwell,
Jonathan Maxwell.
All these guys are my buddies.
Buddy. Sean Graham's there on the inside. Closest he's been all night. Dean Rasco will get the run out of 4.
It's pretty clear right now that the track, it hasn't locked down here often as the caution's out. The track hasn't locked down here very much, but we'll just have to see what happens.
I say paint scheme. We don't do paint schemes anymore, but that wrap, man, is nice.
It is nice. I want to add, folks, if you can hear us, that somebody's probably going to have to get rooted out of the way to win this race, and I think there's a lot of respect up front, obviously. And I don't know, though. Sean Graham's an aggressive driver. I just can't see somebody saying, you know what, Dean Rasco, I will turn you to win tonight for a regular dirt track Saturday night. We're not paying 10 grand yet, but if we start paying 10 grand, well, we'll see what happens.
Well, Zach, you know probably as well as I do, Dean is hungry, but if there's another person that's just as hungry or right there, it's Sean Trouble Graham here at Boothill. Been trying to get it done again for quite a while.
Yeah, even though he won at Chatham and won $2 grand last weekend, it wasn't in his own car that he built in it. Even though he built Chris Shaw's car, something about bringing a brand new car to the track for the first time for your first race and winning the first night out, and it is clearly indicative that he has a bad fast piece here tonight.
Oh, man, it's looking good. Side-by-side racing here. Dean Rasco have the run, probably keep the spot going down the backstretch.
We got Knighton into the wall.
Trouble, Nightmare Knighton. Doug Vick Jr.
And Dino's leaving.
Oh, come on, Knighton.
Dean is leaning or leaving that bottom open, but I guess he's getting just enough of a run outside of that rubber that it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's definitely not worth it.
It'd be nice to see an actual legit a really produced movie about this sport. Off of 4, though, Dean Rasco and Colt 45. And hey, baby, yeah, that's all you need. Into 1. He's got the race lead. He got pressured by Graham that last time. And as I was saying during that green flag run, folks, I can't see somebody just knocking Dean out of the way to win a dirt track, regular Saturday night payout. However,
contact! Greenwald got airborne on the backstretch.
Holy smokes, folks. The heart rates are raising here tonight. Off of 4, down the front straightaway.
I don't know how many laps we got left. It can't be many.
Dean is starting to slip off that bottom and open up the bottom lane. Wide open for the taking. We'll see if Sean Graham will thread the gap this time. But as I said, Chase, that out just a little bit lane higher. Oh, contact. A little bit lane higher is Dean, but he's able to find a little bit extra momentum off the top, just a little bit higher from where the rubber where Sean's running, and it can really get a bite off the corners. Well, we'll see.
I tell you what, Rollo built a good run there.
But Little John ain't done. But some bad luck for him early on in this one, and Doug Vick Jr. as well, so we'll see. Lights are out, though. We'll see if Dean Rasco can hold on. It'll be quite a victory lane celebration if this veteran racer out of Wascom, Texas can hold on and win in one tonight.
Sean Graham going to try to make a run here. A good battle for third back here with Rollo Pilkington and Ricky Ingalls. And that's Bubba, not in the Zero Hero 25 there. McEachern, Travis Bowden all over the back of them too there, man. What a gaggle there. BJ Cook, Tuggle, Scott Young.
Graham doing everything he can, fighting tooth and nail. We have a hell of a battle for the top spot. It's a great battle for second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, all the way to the tail, basically, if you will. Into 3. Rollo going to send it up top. And we get caution.
We got one over in the corner. That's going to be McCarty. Steve Turner's just 25. McEachern. Hey, I'll call him when I want to, Zach.
He's trying to catch the race lead. Into 3, Rasco back on the loud pedal. We are back underway here at the Boothill Speedway, the home of the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship. And here comes Bubba McEachern.
9 to go. The hero, not the zero. Bubba McEachern on the outside is trouble. Sean Graham. Wait, we'll be able to close the door here for Graham.
Oh, baby.
Trying to sneak away here. Good little gag on the back.
Oh, that
Sean
wrap
Graham
got a
closes
little,
the door. Rollo's there.
That wrap got a little dent in it that time on that right
What
side.
a freight train, single line coming down the front stretch.
Trying to do some Brandon Ball action. Into 1 and 2. Rollo going to go high side hustling once again. Maybe open the door for the 81 of Ingalls. But I tell you what, every single time Bubba McEachern has driven that 25 laser chassis for Steve Turnage, he has really been impressive. And right now, he is going to try to do everything he can as we are down to 7 laps to go, Chase.
I tell you, man, this was shaping up to be a good one, Zach, here at the end. Right now, look at that.
Here he comes.
Biggest run he's had on Dean Rasco coming down the backstretch. He'll try to dive it into a 3 and 4. I don't think he'll turn him, but he'll probably door bang him for this win.
And Dean Rasco says, "Get out of my house. This is the place that I come to race." Obviously, Graham runs here on a weekly basis. Sean Graham's most recent win here came on the July special for the Battle of Boot Hill here in July of 2016. Did not win here last season. Won here in a limited, and he also won here in the factory stock. His first win here since winning the Claude Bonnet Memorial back in 2008. Off of 4 down the front straightaway, Graham still stocks the tire tracks of the Colt 45 of Dean Rasco.
Dean Rasco just too fast, though. He keeps the lead over Sean Graham there. Good little battle in the back, too. Here I want to say Josh Greenwood, Scott Young. Scott
Rollo
Young.
is coming, son.
BJ Cook there putting on a good show. And you're right, Rollo's all over the back of Bubba McEachern's tail tank.
How about this? You've got 5 different chassis occupying your top 5 right now. Or no, 2 lasers, actually. The 81's a laser for Ingalls, a jet for the 22, and 4th for Pilkington, a laser for the 25, and a Triple X home-built chassis for Sean Graham, and the bootlegger built by James Griffin out front in command of this one.
I tell you what, Rollo just gave Bubba a little shot there. That's because he had to check up for Bubba to cut up in front of him, so he cut him a break, but then he gave him a bump.
5 to go.
5 to go at the line. Dean Rasco looking too fast, though. Trouble Sean Graham trying to do something on the backstretch. He'll dive it down into 3 and 4.
I think if Sean, if the race were to finish just how it is right now and Graham comes up 1 short, he would say, man, for anybody else would have been out front, I may have moved him, but I'm not going to move Dean Rasco. Oh, Graham's broke. Graham's great run ends in heartbreak into 1 and 2, and he may not be able to get off the racetrack before we see yellow again, and we'll see caution.
Poor timing. Bad break for Trouble Sean Graham. I hate that.
Terry Takewell was awarded the victory that night, and that was a wild night if anybody remembers. McEachern trying to snap a winless drought here at Boot Hill, driving the Turner's Motorsports number 25, and he's got a hot rod, and Rollo slid right up in front of him and takes the tailpiece off his own car after the contact with Bubba.
He says, I'll give away a tailpiece if I can get a bit of battle for the win with Rollo coming to the high side on Dean Rasco.
And that thing has got wings right now because that is a jet chassis. and the jet chassis going to drive into turn number 3. He'll try to clear the Colt 45.
There.
Gets on the brakes, show some respect to the Wascom Texan. The pair of East Texans out front 1-2.
He almost leaned on him, but he didn't do Zach. One more lap for Rollo to get it done.
Well, final time off of 2, headed down the back straightaway. Will he pull the trigger? This is the guy who nearly sat on the pole in the 3 for the final time. We'll see what happens. He'll go to the top shelf and try to find some dig. But for the first time since August of 2015, Dean Rasco, Colt 45. Baby, that's all you need. Back to Boothill Speedway victory lane.
Rasco is going to be a happy, happy man getting it done at Boothill Speedway here. How long's it been?
Times. And can't speak for him, but I promise you this will be great. This will be great. Just you won't find many greater gentlemen than this fella here. His son-in-law, Ricky Burke Jr., speaking in for the congratulations here. Obviously the promoter to this racetrack now. Just getting Dean's first win here since August of 2015. This will be career win number 80 here at the Boot Hill. And Dean drove a flawless race tonight. Stayed hooked up around the hub of the racetrack. He never budged. Had some pressure from Sean Graham and from Ronald Pilkington. From Wascom, Texas, driving the Walker Spring and Brake. Smith Fabrication, Rollo's Limonado. Colt 45, the Wale veteran, one of the legends at this racetrack, Dean Rasco, and Colt 45 back at Boothill Speedway, victory lane. How about it, Dean Rasco?
How about that, Tommy Rasco?
How about it, Tommy?
Oh, he ain't went to sleep yet, has he?
Dean, I don't think I need to ask you how much this race means to you. First win since August 29th of 2015. If I'm not mistaken, this is career win 80 here at Boot Hill. Wow. I mean, what a stellar race. Pilkington gave you pressure there late. Had a few cautions there. You hit your restarts perfect every time. Sean Graham gave you some pressure. What a race.
Man, I want to thank Sean Graham for running me clean. That was a dang good race with him and whoever else was back there, because I never felt at one time that I had it going on other than thinking every one of them was right there on my butt, because I know every one of them wanted what I wanted. And thank God, thank all my sponsors. I want to thank all you fans for coming out for fan appreciation, staying out here in this cold. And by God, I got to chalk this one up for the old folks. Yeah, I'm out of breath.
You won your last one just a couple years ago. You don't feel like you've aged that much since then?
Oh, it felt like a long time. But I am tickled to death. I got to call all my sponsors tomorrow. Yeah. I might call a couple of them here in a little bit. But man, I just want to thank my dad for sticking with me all this time, and Stan Boyd and PW. They're over there in the pits every Saturday night. And they set the car up, get things going, and I got to thank my daughter and my grandbabies, Remy, Joe, and Corey, and Whitney ain't here tonight, but hell, they was in there with me every lap.
We have one more race. We'll wrap this up in just a moment. Like I said, I don't even know if I need to ask you directly how much it means to win at Boot Hill, but when I do ask you, what does it mean to win at this particular legendary racetrack, a place you've been cutting your teeth at for many, many years?
It means as much to me as it did for Poncho Carter to win that sprint car race and go to Indianapolis and win him a 500. I think I won it tonight.
He only won the pole, though, Dean. You won the race.
Oh, well, one day when I grow up, I'll learn a few things.
Hey, man, congratulations. I don't care if it sounds biased or not. I love to see you in victory lane, man. You well-earned, well-deserved victory. Congratulations to you, Dean Rasco.
Well, thank y'all, and thank all y'all for being here and all y'all support.
Give it up for him, race fans. The Wally veteran, the Colt 45 of Dean Rasco out of Wascom, Texas, back in ABC Auto Parts. Victory lane. Mid-season points, Jamie, this should be a good one.
I tell you, all these guys can win. I'm telling you right, the first 4 rows weekly are winning left and right at the tracks are at. And we're going to go green, Zach.
We're green and underway into 1 and 2. I'm going to head back into the booth here in just a moment. Into 1. John Catman Mitchell going to send it into 1 and 2.
Right now, it's all about John Catman Mitchell. He is leading this race right now. Chris Hunnigan, David Winsley. Oh, Tater High trying to straighten it out here. Caution, caution, caution. Oh, my Lord. What has happened over there, Zach?
He just slid up and hit the wall. It all happened right there.
My goodness. That's the 11 of Larry Fears. Who's the other one? David Hood?
And we're going to get him re-backfired here. Catman John Mitchell on the pole with David Winslet out of Bossier City, Louisiana to the outside. Winnigan, Chris Hennigan in row number 2. And we're about to find out as they smash the hammer off before we're underway here at the hill.
Mitchell, Chris Hennigan, Donnie Powers, Dustin Tater Hyde, putting on a show for everybody here at Boothill Speedway.
Down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. It's going to be the 6 of Donnie Powers working the hub of the racetrack. Not the great start for the 21 of Winslet as the 5 of the Catman. John Mitchell's out front running away, but wow, this battle for second's a good one. You got Powers around the hub of the racetrack, who has been stellar as of late. Had a great run at the Timberlawn Speedway. And has been running well all over the place. As we roll here into turns number 3, and off of 4 for your leader, Catman John Mitchell, but Donnie Powers second. The battle for third and fourth between the 21 of Winslet, the 18 of Tater Hyde. Here comes Jason Ingalls. Racing indeed. Jason Ingalls off of 2 as he heads down the back straight over the sight set to the back deck lid of the 18 of Dustin Tater Hyde. Rolling into turns number 3. And this time rolling off of turn number 4. Here comes Ingalls trying to make it 3 wide with the 16 and hitting into the outside of that battle. Right now, Ingalls to the inside of Tater, who's making his first start of the season. Speaking of Tater Hyde, down the back straightaway, Hennigan got into the retaining wall nearly in that brand new GRT racing chassis, and Hennigan may be coming up limp. Hennigan is slowing on the racetrack and collects nearly the F1 of Brett Frazier, and Chris Hennigan is done. He'll come out to a stop off of 4, and you don't see that very often. So the lights are out. John Mitchell's been in another area code so far in this one. Already on his way back to Texarkana. Out front with the race lead. He'll get back on the throttle, and we're back underway here at the Boothill Speedway. On demand still on RaceOnTexas.com, the official video provider of the Boothill Speedway.
Yeah, let's see what Donnie Powers can do up there as he's trying to make a run on John Mitchell. John Mitchell had checked out, Zach, before that caution came out. Had almost a straightaway lead over these guys. But David Winslet right there, Jason Ingalls right there, trying to chase down John Catman Mitchell. Tater Hyde's got his hands full with no slouch, Brad Couch.
Into 1. Brad Couch has really brought his guns to a gunfight tonight, that's for sure. He has definitely showed up and showed out, regardless if he's running back in the 6th position right now. It's pretty respectable considering the competition that he's dealing with here tonight. Into 1, and tough break, there it is. Bad luck for the F1 of the Jet, Brett Frazier. Can't seem to shake that bad luck biscuit, but he'll take it to the pit area, and John Mitchell still out front setting a blistering pace around the Boothill Speedway.
Yes, he is. Right now, Donnie Powers trying to chase him down. Jason racing Ingalls there, and David Winslet, Tater Hyde round out your top 5. Some good racing going back on here about 7th or 8th. As that is David Hood battling out back here with Chase Hatton and Denny Gabar. So good racing all through the field on this one. I tell you, battle for 2nd and 3rd may heat up here momentarily, as it looks like David Winslet trying to close in on Jason Ingalls and Donnie Powers again, all gaggled up right there. But John Catman Mitchell is in a different area code, and it's Texarkana, Texas, Arkansas actually. John Catman Mitchell checking out on everybody here.
Coming up, or on this weekend, 4 years ago over at Lone Star Speedway, the driver sitting in 3rd, racing Jason Ingalls, scored the modified victory that week. And interestingly enough, Wes Armstrong and Billy Melton Jr. were your top 3. The week prior, Hennigan got 2nd. Anyway, that was then, this is now. Into 1. Donnie Powers is really showed out as of late. Come a long way as a driver. Of course, he's had some tutelage from the great Chris Hennigan. And you never can slow down when you're getting some tips from Chris Hennigan. Into turns 1 and off of 2 down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, John Mitchell is already rolling to the center of 3, and he's going to come off of 4 this time by and roll right underneath the flag stand here as he sets a blistering pace around the Boothill Speedway. And we welcome you back here to our next scheduled event in just a few weeks, and in the home of the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship in its 46th season. The 46th annual Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship coming up late.
Alan Clemens down here giving signs to John Catman Mitchell. I don't know why, because he's doing all fine by himself out front, Zach.
He doing all right. I mean, John's always been a very solid modified driver. Of course, he had that USMTS win kind of taken away from him, if you will, at the scales at Lone Star Speedway, and then went up to Park City and won at 81 Speedway in Kansas. And that was a sense of redemption for the Catman.
Yeah, that's for sure.
He's a driver that's...
Oh, Chase Hatton, Spinneroni down here right in front of our leader. Caution will come out. Yeah, John kind of, does not agree with the scales. Maybe
come up against anybody.
It's crazy, man.
I will take our best factory stock drivers. I'll take our best limited drivers. I'll take our best modifieds and put them against anybody in the country.
That's it.
We can go tomorrow.
John Mitchell to Texarkana is what Doug Ingalls is to Longview.
Yeah, he's got a lot of years to go.
And you called me old a minute ago when I was young.
I'm not
young anymore, Zach.
As a versatile driver, John is definitely that. He is very, very well accomplished. He doesn't race the modified very often, but I think that when he gets behind the wheel of one, I think he shows that it's not easy. But to him, the curb.
Go for John Mitchell.
Are you going for him? You think he's just going to win it?
I think he's just going to win it.
That's right, folks. He think he's going to win it. You know what? If I were to be honest, I think John might just pull it off as well. But here comes Ingles on the restart. We'll find out.
4 to go here, Zach. John, Catman Mitchell, Donnie Powers, Jason Ingles. The slouch, not a slouch. Brad Couch looking to the inside of David Winslet. Dustin Tater High trying to get up there to see what he can do as well. It's right now, though, John Mitchell picking up where he left off, and that's by putting the gap on second place.
I tell you, Donnie Powers, no pun intended, he has really, really showed some power the last few weeks. Showed a lot of muscle. Ain't no doubt about that. And Donnie has been very respectful, if you will. Had a great run at Timberline when Chris Hennigan was his teammate. As I said, with Chris giving him some tutelage, it should be very, very interesting. The white flag is out around the racetrack. Into one for the driver of the Healthcare Express, Kaiser Manufacturing, Integra Shocks and Springs. W&W Timber, number 5. He'll ride out of Texarkana, Texas. To the beat of his own drum tonight, the Catman Krauser scratches his way to victory lane here at Boothill Speedway.
What a race! Give your hands up, fans, for John Catman Mitchell, Texarkana, Arkansas. Team 5 Enterprise parks it down here on the dirt, getting it done at Boothill Speedway.
Here he is, folks. Give him a hand. Everybody headed out of the racetrack for the Catman. John Mitchell from Texarkana. John, Chase and I are both going to interview you, get a question or two. Let's get over here for the Race on Texas cameras. Obviously, you absolutely dominated tonight. We had some very good shoes checked in from all around the Arklatex and Mid-South. You don't really get to play with the modified too much. Got a USMTS win last season. Not sure how often you even touched this thing, but this thing was definitely set on kill switch engaged tonight.
Yeah, we trying some new stuff on this thing, and I was pretty impressed with it. I think we could have been a little bit better, but I'm happy with that. If we can get a win right now, that's great for the bad luck we've been having.
Probably weren't aware how far out front you were you?
He was giving me signals there. I knew we was out there a little bit, but just trying not to mess up.
Is there something particularly about this racetrack? I brought this up to you before. You won your first ever late model race here in March of 2001. What is it about this track that comes to John Mitchell's driving style to your liking?
I've been coming here ever since I was a kid, and a lot of laps here.
Congratulations to you, John. Chase is I'm gonna hand it off to Chase. He's gonna ask you a few questions. Congratulations to you, John Mitchell.
Yep. Hey, Dowden Logging, WW Timber, Healthcare Express, Integra Shocks and Springs, Kaiser Manufacturing, Texarkana Tire and Wheel. All them guys just help us get here. Custom Graphics.
We weren't going to let you forget your sponsors, but you got to appreciate a driver who definitely will not forget them. So congratulations, John.
Yep. Thanks.
I'll just echo congratulations, man. It's always loving Texarkana's out here getting it done. Led every lap, not much pressure for John Catman Mitchell, and kept on all fours. Allen didn't mess nothing up, so pretty good night.
Yeah, man, the luck we've been having here lately, we need a win bad to keep us motivated and keep going to next week.
Well, just congratulations against fans that are left. Give it up for John Catman Mitchell, Texarkana, Arkansas, parking it here on the dirt, Boothill Speedway.